All right, let's check our sound. Light, what's up? All right, let me go to get everything going. Okay, my sound is on. I had to make sure the sound was on. Okay. What's up, y'all? I be trying to get this thing to work, man. It's like I can only go to live. I don't like it like this. I want to have it spread out like I used to. They keep saying do something with the balance settings, but I don't know what's going on. So we'll run it like this for the time being. What's up, y'all? Okay? Y'all ready for the night? Yeah, me too. It's been a rough week with these news stories and stuff. Who we got in here? Christ for Life, what's happening? Samsung, what's up? Belinda, King Delight. Oh, we got Raheem Jamal in here. WLJ, Beverly Davis, Heather Stanley. Misha's Moments, what's up? Tony Gray, what's happening? Lisa M. We're going to get started in about, we give it another 3 minutes. All right, you guys know the routine. Do me a favor and hit that thumbs up to alert other people that the live is going. Some people forget, and that thumbs up lets the alert go out. We got 23 people in here. Hit the thumbs up for me. How many people in here we got that are first time viewers of this? I know the names by now. If it's your first time, let me know. I don't really see nobody in here that's a first timer on the live. Hey, check this out. My man King Delight. I don't know if he want me to shout him out or not. He had a birthday yesterday or the other day. So y'all wish King Delight a happy birthday, man. He's a good dude. Y'all check his channel out too. King Delight got a all right channel. You know what I mean? So y'all go over there and check him out. Two cats, no kids. What's up? We got about 2 more minutes and we'll get started. Everybody else will just file in because, I mean, the normal cast of characters is here, so you know how we do. Yeah, I'm drinking Mountain Dew. I'm sorry. It's Friday. We're going to let it all hang out. So y'all going to have to give me a pass on the Mountain Dew. All right, we got a little bit over a minute left. I got 10 stories for y'all tonight. They good ones too. It's funny how like I'll sit up here and I'll be like, man, I don't even know what I'm gonna talk about this week. And I'll just be thinking about something or something. I'll see a certain keyword and it'll bring me back in the day and it'll come up. These stories will come up. So Carolina R, what's happening? Universal Law, peace, peace. Uh-oh, Trista Gardner in here. Hey, Trista Gardner, did you like the species name today? Trista Gardner be liking them species names. She be letting me know, like, yo, you crazy with them species names. Susie Q, what's up? Pretty Face Nikki, what's happening? My brother Coben, what's up? All right, we got about 20 seconds. We're going to start this thing. Y'all came just in time. We got a countdown. Hey, all y'all coming in here, hit that thumbs up button to get this algorithm thing jumping. Because Ford said he loved the species name. I don't even know where I got that from. I just started doing it. Y'all like it. I just keep doing it. The one today was crazy. That was a long one. I'm like, man, I got to put this together. And you know what I hate? I hate when I have a species name and I do the species name. And then after I watch the video, I think about it and I come up with one way better. Like, oh man, I had a mind blank when it came up. Reacts. All right, y'all ready? We're going to jump into this. Let me clear my throat. Still trying to get rid of this damn cough. All right. Okay. The first story we're going to do, I'm going to give y'all dating stories. I love y'all be liking these dating stories. I'm going to give y'all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dating stories in a row. We're going to start off with them. In fact, let's start off with, I'll give y'all a John Watts story too. Y'all want a John Watts story? Because I was thinking about this earlier today. Okay, the first story is called Obsession. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Man is never satisfied. You can give everybody they want, everything they want, and they will always want something else. That's just how human nature is. People always be like, hey, when I get to this point, I'm going to do this, or when I'm going to do this, when I'm going to stop doing this, when I get over here, and thank you, King Delay. I'm going to, if I could only get this, or if I could only get this house, if I could only get this, it's going to be like that forever. Once you realize that, and you don't have to do that no more, and you just start to disdain things you don't have, and then, in time, when I get it, you make out a lot better in life. Such is the case. When you're younger as men, and guys in here, I tell you, ladies, you wanted to wear thank you, Moretta Coven. You'll have it to where guys will be like, man, if I could just get this girl, or if I can get this girl, some dudes are crazy. They're like, I want all the girls. Listen, let me tell you something. Too much of a good thing is bad. And that includes sex. Now, I'm going to tell you a story, right? Because when you're young, you be turned up, testosterone up, everything. I'm no different. I was a freakaholic. Check this out. I met this girl on a dating app, right? Thank you, Lisa M. This girl was too much for me to handle. And that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I met this girl. Very nice. Built like your dreams. Sweet girl. This girl, we didn't really hang out a lot, and it wasn't because of me. It was like she seen me, I seen her, instant attraction, went out a couple of times, get to the point where, hey, it's time to do or whatever. We both mutually agree, to get nasty or whatever. I'd have been around some freaky chicks. You know what I'm saying? I done heard some freaky stories. This one right here was an animal. Now, I'm not going to get into particulars, of the bed, but her sexual drive, I could not match it. I couldn't match it. She was off the hook. Yo, I'm going to tell you one thing, and this is the story. One time, in the beginning, you're like, oh, yeah, it's good getting it all the time and all this other stuff. After a while, that beats you down. I'm with this girl. She like, yo, I got this family reunion. I want you to come to it. So I'm not a big crowd person. You know what I'm saying? And it sounds funny because I do meet and greets and stuff like that. But I mean, it's only for a limited time. It's not like I'm gonna be out there all day around a bunch of people I don't know and just, craziness ensues. Plus, I'm used to being in environments where they get to fighting and shooting and stuff back in the day. I can do without it. So check it out. Go to the family reunion. It's very nice. It was up in Delaware. So I was in Jersey at the time. She was in Delaware. This is right before I left and came out here to Houston for the first time. And everything cool. We gets to the place, right? It was like a campground. So they had like cabins. Now I went with her. I didn't have a change of clothes, nothing. We get up there, they got these bungalows. I'm like, yo, what is them bungalows? She's like, oh, that's where we gonna be staying. I said, what, all night? Now it took us like an hour and a half to get up there, right? Thank you, Tristan. She said, Juggernaut is Wildcatters. I don't have a change of clothes. I'm dressed nice. I'm thinking we're gonna be back. Now I'm gonna tell you something. I'm one of them people where I hate being the last person to know stuff. That set me off. I hate being the last person to know stuff, and I hate being unprepared and looking crazy. The way I'm thinking is like, I'm gonna wake up, I got my same clothes on. All these people came, they knew they would stand. You ain't say nothing. So I said, yo, why you ain't say nothing? Oh, well, it's up in the air if we gonna stay or not. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about it. I said, what you mean if we gonna stay or not? You should have said something. Because now I'm at your mercy. First of all, I let her drive and I came with her, which is a no-no for me. I like having my own stuff. You know what I'm saying? And like in case something crazy, I can get out of there. That's the first mistake I made. Man, look. Get up there. Everything cool. The dudes, they have older dudes. You know, I'm still kind of younger. So like I play football, running stuff. They got older dudes out there playing football. So they like, you know, I want to play football. I'm looking at them like, I want to play football. They're like, yo, come on, bro, come on. Now I'm playing football. It's in the summertime. It's hot as hell. I'm sweating. You know, I'm doing my thing. I told her, I said, yo, because she had hinted that we was leaving. Remember, these was log cabins now. We out there playing. A couple of hours running around and stuff. I'm laughing and joking. There's kids out there, teenage boys. I'm laughing and joking with them. We throwing football. People see it's fun. We running games back. I'm running all day like a wild horse, right? Get back to the car. I don't see her. Now for like an hour and a half, she's gone. I'm like, where's this chick? This place is only so big. You know what I mean? She over there with some aunts or something. I can't find her because it had to be like 200 people there, but it was like spread out like a forest type thing. I don't deal with the woods. You know what I mean? Thank you, Trista. And sitting out there. So I'm gonna stay by the car because I don't know if this chick gonna try to leave me or whatever. Cause like, I mean, the interaction was kind of like spicy. Like she kind of made me mad. I ain't known this chick this long. I know, my bad. I shouldn't have took my dumb ass out there with it. But anyway, right? We sitting there. I see her walking. I come up to her. I was like, yo, it's starting to get dark. I'm like, yo, what's up? Oh, I was talking to my aunt and them. They leaving. They're going to give us their bungalow. It was cabins to me. I'm like, the cabin? I said, yo, I can't. I said, I don't have. I said, I'm going to wake up. I had same clothes on. I said, I ain't got sleeping. I said, I'm sweaty. I got to shower. Oh, you can do all that there. What are you worried about? You worry too much about people. I don't want to have the same clothes on I had yesterday. I look like a bum and I'm with you. You want to change your clothes. She opened the trunk. She had a bag. So I knew she was going to stay. So right there, I was like, yo, this right here, this is a mess. You know what I mean? This right here is a flag. Like you want them people that change real quick. So anyway, right? Now I got to stay at this bungalow. It's getting dark. Mosquitoes biting. You know, I got sweat on me. They attract the sweat. They tear me up. We go in the bungalow, right? We goes in the bungalow. The shower that we got in the bungalow don't work. Don't work, right? So she like, oh, I'll be back. Goes over to, I guess, a relative's thing and goes and showers in their thing. Come back, change your clothes. Oh, here's a towel. Now she brought 2 towels. So what'd that tell you? She knew she wanted me to stay. Why would you bring 2 towels? So I'm like, I saw she threw the towel, like, here, hit the towel. Do the towel, right? Now I'm like, okay. Now I'm hot, but like, you know, I'm at her mercy. I'm out there. I don't know her. I'm pissed. I goes next door. I don't know these people. I knocks on the door, right? This dude opens the door, mad as hell. But as I'm walking up to this, it's right next to us. I hear this loud arguing. Now, there's another thing I'm gonna tell you. They had drinks out there. They had drink. They was drinking. This dude in there with a girl, they argued. I mean, going back and forth. I don't want to knock on the door. I'm getting bit up by mosquitoes. Damn. I knock on the door. Boom, boom, boom. Right? Dude open the door hard as hell. Yo. I'm like, I almost said a name. I'm such friend. I was supposed to use the shower. He said, dude, we like, Well, go use it. Go use it. I'm like, all right. I just walked. He was a big dude. I just walked past him, right? Come in there. Now, the way the cabin was, it was just one room. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it was just an area. Then, like, you go, it's like an area, and then it's like a little, it was opening, and there was like a shower cap, a shower thing across it. So when you shower, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody can open the thing. Like, it's crazy. Anyway, I'm in the shower. I got to get in the shower, take my clothes off, nowhere to hang the clothes, because it was it was like a closet. Take a closet, right? With no hooks and no nothing to put your clothes on. And it's a shower. And it's real congested. So like if you shower, your clothes is in there getting wet. I'm furious. First of all, I didn't want to stay. This chick right here made me mad because she lied. Now I'm in the middle of an argument with these people, right? This dude, you can see he clearly drunk because when he was walking, he was kind of staggering. I got my clothes. I got to take my clothes. And then this is the part about that was messed up. The shower curtain didn't go all the way down to the ground. So it was like knee high. So like people could see your calves under the thing from where they were sitting. So they know when you're naked or not. Oh, listen, check it out. I go in there. I'm like, where the hook at? The whole floor wet because the water gonna splash on you and stuff. They go back at it arguing. I don't want to open the thing and be like, hey, where y'all put your clothes at? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say that like, yo, where y'all put your clothes at? Because I can't shower here. I'm sitting there. I'm contemplating for about 45 seconds, right? Thank you, Hazel. All I hear is boom. Ah! I push the shower. They fighting in there. I mean, it's vicious. It's vicious. Stop! Ah! She's screaming for the lady. I'm naked as hell, right? With my clothes in my hand. I don't want to say that. I pushed, it's a button you push in the shower. I got to get this off me though. I got my clothes in my hand and I just start washing. I had soap all over me and shit. I'm trying to hurry up these folks trying to kill each other. I got soap on me, right? My clothes got soap on them. Clothes sweaty. I'm running, I'm doing all this shower and shit, right? Every hard bump, I'm jumping and I'm trying to hurry the fuck up. So I'm like, Doc, I got the soap on me. While they're fighting, right? While they're fighting, somebody throws something. I don't know what it was. I was turning around in the shower to get the soap off my back, and whatever they threw, it hit the curtain, so it hit me. Shit. It had to be some type of pot or something because when it hit me, I could feel the roundness of it when it hit me in the side. I was like, boom, oh shit. I'm thinking they fighting and coming in there where I'm at, right? It's an awkward moment. This dude is big. This girl is, she got some size on him too, but this guy is big. You don't get involved in domestic problems. They hit me. The curtain moves. I ain't got my clothes on. My clothes soaking wet. I'm like, the hell with this. I grabbed my clothes were soaked like you dropped them in water because, I mean, it was a tiny space. I'm trying, you know how hard it is to put on wet drawers and wet clothes and stuff? I'm scrambling. It's no light in there too. While we're fighting, the lamp falls over. Now it's pitch black. Motherfuckers are screaming. I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm trying to put the clothes on. Listen, guys, I'm going to tell you something. It's nothing wrong with saying you're scared. I've been scared many times. I don't know why dudes be doing this macho shit. Listen, we human beings. I was terrified. I'm like, I don't want to see him beating on her. And if he kill her, I don't want him to be like, yo, he was in there. I don't want to touch that with my hand. I just got out of prison. I don't want to deal with this. I'm not going to touch her. I'm panicking. I'm putting my pants on. Now, I'm going to tell you something. This was back in the day when like the dry fits came out, like the stuff I got on right now. And I had some size on me at the time because I still just got out of the box. I mean, you know what I mean? Out of prison. So I had some size. Listen. I had on, describe exactly what I had on. I had on a white dry fit shirt like this, but it was Nike I used to wear. I didn't wear Under Armour. Nike. But a white dry fit shirt with a black Nike swoosh. Then I had black Nike pants. And then I had some black and white Iversons. I don't know if y'all remember the Allen Iverson when they first came out, the A3s or the I3s or whatever, where they had the black patent leather toe with the white. It was flat. I was looking fly. Anyway, listen. I took my shoes and put my shoes outside the door, and my socks. So that's the only thing that was outside. They done broke the light bulb that was in there, right? They're fighting. She hollering. Certain times he hollering. You could hear them blows landing. I come out. When I come out, I open the curtain and they stop for a second. That terrified me because I'm like, maybe he's drunk. He forgot I was in there. You know what I mean? And when people be abusive, guys be abusive, they'll attack anybody to make sure it don't come out. Thank you, J41 Jenna. I appreciate it. So check it out. I opens the curtain and they stop for a second. This is exactly what I did. I was terrified. I opened the curtain, I stuck my head out, and then I came out like this with my hands like this. Now, I got clothes on. Clothes, you could hear the water dripping off me. I left the towel and everything, right? They stopped for a second. Then they just start fighting again. Now, when they fighting, I go to step. It was a pot they threw. I kicked the pot with my foot. I'm barefoot. That's another thing. I don't do barefoot. I'm flat-footed. I don't do barefoot. You know what I mean? On concrete, it's just a weird feeling. I don't like it. So I'm reaching for my shoes. I'm down like on one knee, reaching for my shoes when they start fighting because they make enough noise. And I go to run out the thing barefoot. I get to the door. They tried to make this cabin look like the old ways like Davy Crockett. Remember, it had that big door handle, that square door handle, you pull it, and it had like a spring on it so the door wouldn't stay open. I'm so stupid because I ain't been in the cabin. I'm running. You can hear my feet. I hear the girl, help, help, help. The dude like, F that. I can hear, because they was fighting on the bed, you hear the bed squeaking. I hear the bed squeak, a loud squeak. I said, oh, his big ass getting up. He running to the door. I think he gonna run to the door. I'm terrified. I grabs the damn door, right? Grabs the door, I'm in the wrong position. I'm reaching for the door. I can hear the dude coming. I go to grab the door and slam the door. Like I was on the wrong side of the door. So when I slammed the door, I opened the door, the shit hit me in the face hard as hell. Boom. When it hit me, I just fell out on the floor. It was like a little porch fart. I fell out on the floor. Shit, all wet. I jump up and take off. I get back to the damn house, and it was like about, I don't know. I mean, they were right next to each other. And that's why I'm like, thank you, Belinda. How are people not hearing them fight? I run out, I take out. It's dirt, pass. So I'm running. My feet is dirty as hell and wet. I get to the place, right? Where she at? She's standing outside. What are they doing over there? They fighting again? They fighting again. You know they fighting. You set me over there? I go in the damn place. The light on. I'm wet as hell. I'm like, yo. Now I'm trying not to act stupid because remember, I'm far from home. I'm out here there with her in her car. I want to let her know I'm mad. I'm ready to erupt, but I'm still at her mercy. I go in the thing. I say, yo, how you gonna have me out there over there with them and they fighting Ike and Tina Turner? You know this. You put me over there. I said they didn't tore the light up. They hit me in the back with a pan. She laughing like they hit you in the back with a pan. What you do? Did you hit them back? This dude is like 6'3", 260. Why would I hit him? Like, you know what I'm saying? I had size, but I didn't have size like that. You can tell this dude, he had scar on his face. This guy been around. You know what I mean? Come on, man. It's not that easy. I'm in there, I'm arguing with her, right? We're going back and forth. It's starting to heat up. I tone it down because I'm like, okay, I don't want to get left out here, right? She like, why are you wet? She asking stupid questions, right? In ours, we had a shower. It didn't work. I goes to the damn thing. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you, Cedric. I appreciate it. Debo. Debo. Yeah, he's like Debo. But check it out. I goes to the thing and I'm trying to tell her why. She's like, why you all wet? I'm trying to tell her why I'm wet. I go over there and look, the hook was right there outside where the curtain was at. But it was so much confusion. I tried to get in the shower because I seen the beef. I ain't want to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? When I saw the hook, it made me mad because I felt stupid because I was so scared. I didn't want to, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm like, yo, the hook was right there. And I keep saying the hook was right there. She's like, what do you keep saying the hook was right there for? Like, I'm trying to explain it to her, but like in my head, I can't get over the fact that I walked in there with my clothes and the hook was right there. It's like my mind got stuck. I'm like, the hook was right there. She's like, what are you talking about? Make a long story short, right? She's like, why are you dressed like that? I said, what the fuck is you talking about? I looked down, y'all. The reason why it was so hard for me to put my clothes on, right? I put my basketball shorts on first. I just wanted to get out of there. And I put my drawers on over the thing. So my drawers was like tucked, like out, like, yo, it was a crazy, I was shook. I had to get the fuck out of there. Get back over the house. Right now, I'm looking stupid. She like, yo, why you dressed like that? I looked. I felt stupid as shit. And I felt gross. My clothes was wet. You know what I'm saying? I said, yo, you got me out here looking stupid. My clothes dirty. And then here's the kick, y'all. Remember I said I had a white, what's the name? From me running, I had got mud all over my feet because they was wet. When I was running, they had these, it was like dirt paths into the forest part, but it was manicured. So they would have sprinklers running. So it was like little mud packs. And when I was running, I was stepping in these puddles and the mud was splashing up. So when I looked down at my legs, I had ran so hard, I was like running in puddles or whatever, and I splashed mud up. I had mud all on my calves, right? Shit. Mud all on my calves. It was on my pants at the bottom, like, and then in the back of my leg, like, I was kicking my heel, trying to get the fuck out of there. I had mud all on the back of my pants, right? Now I'm hot. I'm not going back over there to shower. While I'm standing in there and I realize all of this, the door busts open. No knock, no nothing. The door busts open. All of her cousins come to the house. You hear them? I'm sitting there looking crazy as hell. You hear them? And I can't change my clothes. I was looking so damn dumb. They was like, and you know, little kids, God bless little kids. Little kids don't give a damn. The little boy, he had to be like 4 years old. He came in on his mom and he was like looking at me like, and he kept looking. Kids don't give a damn. They don't look away or nothing. He was like holding his mom hand. He was like, he didn't know what it was. He kept doing it. Little girls, though, I'm gonna tell you, little girls crazy. Other girl came in there. It was two little girls. One little girl said, ew. She said it real low, like, ew. And the other girl would look, and they was like, these little kids had to be like 5 or 6 years old. I'm standing there with my clothes inside, and they was like, this is one of the most embarrassing things ever, man. This is one of the most embarrassing things. I mean, how does this happen? Anyway, they only in there for a couple of minutes, but they seen what I looked like, and they was like, okay. And they tried to act like nothing was going on. I'm dirty. Bed is clean. I can't lay in the bed because I got mud on me. And I am not going back over there and shower. So now she like, okay, stay here. I'm going to go and what's it? Now, during all this time, they done separated them too. Right? I don't see them no more until the next day. They done separated them too. She come back with a rag and all this stuff. She cleaning me up and all of this other stuff, right? The next day, I'm trying to give you the timeline. She cleaned me up that night. We laid in the bed. Now I'm emotionally damaged. This joint is like a nympho. She want to get down and with the get down. We do what we do. Guys are stupid. I'm gonna tell you something. When women had that juicy fruit, y'all know what I'm talking about. Doo, 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 doo. That joint make you forget about everything. I just came out of prison, so you know I was, all of a sudden, I forgets about it. Come out next day, I see the dude. I see the girl. Guys, I'm gonna tell you something. The story I told you was funny, but the way they looked was not funny. This dude looked like Bruce Lee Enter the Dragon. He had the scratch mark all the way across his chest. Like it looked like a dragon took talons and just raped him. He had scratches on his neck, like peeled skin, scratches on his face, like she dug in his face and everything, right? Her face was swole up, bruises on her body. When you dark, you know what I'm saying, skin, it's hard to put bruises on you. She had purple, he was wailing on her. You know what I mean? He was giving her pound time. They're sitting at the table in the morning, eating and laughing like nothing ever happened. I was floored. We get in the car. I said, I'm driving back. We drive back, get to the house. I told her, I said, ma'am, no offense. I said, but y'all too wild for me. It was only a picnic. I mean, we doing all right when we right here. I said, yeah, but it's a lot of other intangibles, man. I said, you had me out there looking stupid. My drawers is inside out. My feet was dirty. People saw me like that. Nah. She was hot. Go to leave, right? She would have sex again. I'm mad though. I give it to her one more time. Then I'd be laughing at that. But man, yeah, man, that right there, man, I'll be getting in these crazy positions because I'll be looking at the chat after y'all get out of here, and I'll see some of the stuff y'all be writing, but I can't see it because it's going so fast, and I have to tell the story and stay on task. But yeah, man, I mean, I done had a good life. I mean, I had crazy stuff happen, but I mean, just some of the stuff that happened is like you could write a book on it. Like, I mean, you could never see that ever. I would probably never see that again. Well, I mean, the way I am now, the way I operate out, I know I'll never see that again because I don't deal with that kind of silliness. But it was just crazy. But yeah, the only thing I would have stayed with her for was because she had a high sex drive. And I'm not lying, man. This was much 5-7 times a day. Jesus Christ, it was a mess. But anyway, that's that story. And this next story is a John Watts story. Now, this is a short story, but this is funny. You know, a lot of us are parents, and you get tired of saying the same thing over and over again, and then sometimes you get to the point where you can't take it no more. This is the case in the story with me and John Watts. It's me, my 2 brothers in the house, right? I live with John Watts and Bunny. My brothers live with my mom. So my brothers would come up sometimes and they would stay like during the week and go to school. Bunny would take us all to school, all right? John Watts, I can't remember, it was late one night. John Watts used to punish us by making us do chores. And when I say chores, like I had one chore. I had to make sure the floors was vacuumed upstairs and downstairs, and I did that every day. That was my chore, right? My brothers was younger than me, way young. I'm way older than my brothers, so they younger than me. So they never had chores. So Bunny said, we all got in trouble. I can't remember what we did. It was a long time ago. Bunny, my second oldest brother, Bunny was like, go do the dishes. So he in there trying to do the dishes, and he's standing on a chair. Because, I mean, my brother was short when he was younger. They just sprouted up. He in there doing the dishes, right? John Watts used to sit in the back patio, the kitchen right next to the back patio. John Watts was cutting grass earlier, and John Watts had left. I didn't hear John Watts come in the house because John Watts has a routine. John Watts always come through the front and then walk to the back. I'm thinking John Watts gone. Sitting in there, summertime, probably around 7 o'clock, sun's still out. I hear Buddy, go get Stevie to help you. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't do dishes. I don't. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy. Everybody got weird quirks. Certain things set me off. I do not do dishes. I have a full set of dishes in there and I do not use them. I have paper plates I eat off, good ones, the good shit. The ones with a little dip in it, like, you know what I'm saying? I will eat, cook a full meal, eat it on air, easy disposal, boom. I don't want to see dishes. And I'm going to tell you why I don't do dishes. First of all, it's time consuming. Second of all, now I do got a dishwasher. Now, let me rephrase. I do got a dishwasher in my apartment. I'll use that once in a while. But I try not to use dishes. You know, so the reason why I don't use the, y'all gonna think I'm weird, but the reason why I don't use dishes is because of this story and something that led up to the story. One time I got punished and John Wash made me wash dishes. John Wash be slick when he do stuff to you, when he punish you. Now, we was always taught to clean off the food and then put the dish in the thing, right? John Wash got mad at me one time and he was eating eggs and bacon. I'll never forget it, and grits. He just threw the thing in there and all the food was in there floating on the water and stuff. It's grossing me out now. If you ever seen eggs in water, over easy eggs just in dishwater, just, oh my God. No, hell no. Hell no. Beat me. Well, not him, but anybody else could beat me, not him, but shit. Anyway, it was a nightmare. The grits was touching my hand. It was nasty. So it's a texture thing, I guess, like on my hand. So it's disgusting. Or like if I see grease floating on water, hell no. So I was shell shocked. I had PTSD from washing dishes. You know what I'm saying? So now, getting back to the story, right? I almost threw up like just thinking about this shit. Oh, this story is called Enough, by the way. So I hear Buddy say when my brother's in there washing dishes, she like, such and such, you're making a mess. Go get Stevie to help because I'm taller. I get slick at the mouth. I ain't going in there and doing nothing. I'm not doing it. She like, you'll come in here if I say do it. Now I'm gonna tell you, I'm a little bit bigger now. I got some size. Bunny's tiny. Bunny like 5'1", 5'2". Little. When she hit you, like we used to like act like we try to act like we was crying, but like we'd be laughing because it never hurt. But she'd be like swinging hard as she can, and like it was just crazy shit. We were some evil ass kids. We'd be like, just fake like she hurt us. You know what I'm saying? So I know she can't do anything. I'm mouthing off. I ain't going in there. Stevie, get up. Get up. Now remember, Bunny was older. You know, like my grandfather's 96, I'm 50. So they were 45, 46 when I was born. So now you gotta know they're in their 50s, almost in their 60s when I'm like getting up in age. She goes and grabs the Hot Wheel track. We used to get beat with the Hot Wheel track and shit. Remember Eddie Murphy talked about that? We experienced that. We had the Hot Wheels. We all boys. We had all the boy toys. She go and get the Hot Wheel track. I'll never forget it was orange. So she goes and gets it. She's standing there with the thing. She's moving it. I'm watching Ultraman on TV. See if y'all remember Ultraman. I'm watching Ultraman on TV. That's my shit. I'm not getting up. She come in there. Stevie, get up. I'm going to hit you with this thing. I know if she hit me, it ain't going to hurt. You know what I'm saying? I'm being defiant. She like, Steve. She didn't even say Stevie. She said, stick, and she stopped. I said, she coming over the head to hit it. I'm like, it ain't even going to hurt. I'm sitting there looking at TV. I swear to God, y'all. I realized when it was too late. That belt came across my back. Wow. This motherfucker hit me so hard. It was John Wash, y'all. He came from behind Bunny. It came out. He swung that belt. Don't laugh, Moretta, don't laugh. He swung that belt so hard, it knocked the wind out of me. He hit me. Boom. I was like, he was like, you ain't gonna do what? I'm trying to get up, but I can't move. It's like the breath came out and like my lungs wouldn't pull nothing back in. I was like, and Bunny seen something had happened. She was like, Johnny, he's so hell bent on me being disrespectful that he didn't even see I couldn't breathe. He hits me. Boom. I'm like, I'm trying to get up and crawl. And I'm gonna tell you something, I was crippled. Like my body was like, I couldn't move. I was like, get up, yeah. What the fuck is get up, yeah? Like we would always do, like when we were around John Watch, we say like certain times when people got beat, like he would say weird shit. That's one of the things we'd be like, get up, yeah. So he's like, get up, yeah. And I couldn't get up. And he slapped me that second time. And I just balled up and then I turned and looked. This is the thing too. And a lot of us had grandparents like this. They will beat this. You're not their kid. You they kid. So nothing ain't gonna happen if they smack shit out. John Watch fired up. When he hit me that second time and I balled up, I still couldn't breathe. When I looked and saw it was him, immediately the breath went back in my body. I was like, I just got the fuck up and started marching. I marched to the kitchen, right? I was so paranoid because he rocked me. I went in there, just moved my brother out the way and started washing the dishes. I walked by Buddy, she leaning over the table. All you heard was Buddy. You ain't gonna do what? Now I'm hot. Going in there. And you know when you're a kid, especially boys, we be trying to be defiant against people we know that are beating the shit out of us. So like we do little weird shit to let people know we have displeasure in what they did. So I'm in there washing the dishes, moving the dishes and all stuff. I happened to cut my eye. John Watch was standing there with the belt looking mean as hell with them red eyes. He was waiting for me to act the fool. Look how fast, y'all, I chilled the fuck out. I had my arms up, you know what I'm saying? I was bucked. I'm doing the dishes. My brother's next to me. He trying to get his hands down, pushing his hands out the way. I'm acting like I'm doing the dishes. I saw John Watch standing there. I was like, I started washing them shits right. Yo, the look he had, that shit inspired terror. You know what I'm saying? Listen, as I'm doing the dishes, my brother had did most of the dishes, right? So we get done the dishes, and I'm not looking at the dishwater or nothing. I'm like, I get done, and it's like 2 cups left. I'm like, here. And I walk out of there. I wash my hand. I'm embarrassed. I'm mad. I missed my show. I got my ass beat. You know what I'm saying? I go back in there. Bunny ain't ride for me. You know what I mean? She sold me out. She snitched. I go back in there. I sit down. My back is killing me. It's killing me. How many of y'all back in the day, right? You got hit raw skin, like when you ain't got clothes on. Because that's another thing I'm going to tell y'all. I didn't have no shirt on. I had on my little PJ pants and I had on just my, bare my back. So when this motherfucker hit me, I started getting that whelp. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting on the couch and like my back is burning and itching. And it's like, I feel the pain. You know what I'm saying? I'm being violated by John Watch and I can't do nothing about it. So I'm sitting there, I'm getting madder and madder. My back hurt. I can't do nothing, right? All you heard was, God damn it. Stevie, come in here. He called my brother. Both of y'all, come in here. My dumbass brother, don't let the water out. So you don't want John Watch. He was ex-military, so he inspect every damn thing. He runs his hand on stuff and looks at it. You don't want him to do that. You just say, yeah, and hopefully he'll take your pick. My brother goes in there. After I got my ass beat, my brother's scared, so he's washing and doing all kind of crazy stuff with soap and stuff. The soap gets on the curtains. Soap gets on the backsplash. Pools of water all over the damn place. He doesn't let the water out the sink. He's so scared. I got my ass. He just gets off of there with the last cup. You know the dish rack where the dish is at? Full of soap. You can see the soap. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. John Watch comes in there. We come in there. John Watch standing there. He got the belt back on though, but he's standing there with his arms like this. Look at this. Who taught you how to do this, huh? And like, he had that shit with his tongue. Like, his tongue, he'd be like, Who taught you, huh? Did I teach you that, huh? Did Bunny, huh? No. And like, that's the part that makes me mad. He'd do this Q&A shit. Instead of just fucking us up, he'd do the Q&A shit still. You know what I'm saying? I hate that. Don't demean me. Just beat me or just beat him. It's his fault. You know what I'm saying? Don't do the Q&A. Just tell us to do so. I hate that. That's slow walking. I hate that shit. That's like impending doom. Like, you know, you're going to get fucked up, right? But you got to answer these questions. Right or wrong, your ass getting whipped. I don't like that shit. I don't do that to my kids. I never did it to my kids. The one thing I said, I'll never do it to my kids. Well, no, I did it to one kid because he make me mad. But you know what I'm talking about. Check it out. So all of a sudden, right? I'm sitting in there. He asking the question. Who taught you that? Huh? I'm not answering because he was the one doing the dishes. Now I'm already on the hot seat. I got this 12 years a slave whip on my back, this welt, you know what I mean? So I'm hot about that. So I'm standing there, my shit hurting, the air conditioning is on. I was sweating, you know, because I got beat. It made me sweat. So my back is stinging. I'm standing there. I'm like, yeah, because I was mad at my brother. I'm like, yo, you know, you need to get a beat. So like, I'm like, okay, he about to get his ass beat. I'm like, yeah, he about to get his ass beat now. My brother get beat, yo, it's the funniest shit ever. If I tell you all the stories about how he be moving and acting when he get beat and the sounds he make, that shit funny. But I'm like, he about to get beat now. So I'm standing there like, yeah, looking at him. I'm looking at John Wash. I'm looking at him. John Wash is going off on a rant. What I don't know is John Wash is so angry, right? Because, you know, I'm the oldest. I should have used, you know, Bunny told me to do something. So he's still hot about that. My brother's way younger than me, but I'm looking at my brother like he's supposed to know better. And I didn't take a leadership role as an older brother. That's what, but I don't know this is happening in John Wash's head. So I'm looking at him, John Wash talking, then I'm looking at him. John Wash talking, I'm looking at him. Yeah, he about to get his ass beat. John Wash used to do this too. This is another thing that make me throw up. John Wash will stick his hands in anything. He don't give a damn. If I ever tell y'all the toilet story, Jesus Christ, you'll lose it. But anyway, John Wash would take your hand and stick it in the, like, you know how like the sink is here and then it's like the metal basin of the sink and then it's that part, you know, of the counter that go around it. And the water collects there or behind the sink. John Wash would take your hand and he'd run it in that slimy ass shit. It'd be all cold and slimy. And he'd be like, is it hot or cold? Is it wet or dry? Huh? And you'd be like, wet. Like he would just do that Q&A bullshit. You'd be like, ew, like, you know what I'm saying? He about to do that to my brother. So I thought, this him. He just grabbed my hand. I'm sitting there like this. He grabbed my hand. I'm like, oh shit. He start moving me around. I'm thinking he's talking to my brother though. He's sticking my hand in all that wet shit. Is it wet or dry? I said, it's wet. And I'm like, oh, why are you doing this to me? He like, stand there. He said, how hard is it to get a dishcloth, new dishcloth, wipe it off? He start cleaning, right? I never seen John Watts clean shit. He start cleaning. My brother, Dad, you missed the spot right there. John Watts did. John Watts did like this. He threw the rag down. We was behind him. He had that big ass back. His head went up in the air like, and we seen him breathe. Like he was mad. Like, I know this motherfucker did not just check me. He said, he just turned around to us and he said, I'm gonna tell you both one time. If I tell you or Bunny tell you to clean up, you do what? You do it. Y'all are 2 seconds from me to tanning your tail. He always said tanning the tail. We was already tan. Our tail was already, but anyway, tanning the tail. He said, you come in here. He said to my brother, you don't even live here. John Watts don't give a fuck. He'll say anything to a kid. You don't even live here. Yeah, you're my grandson, but you're a goddamn guest. Stevie, you know better. Now, we don't have you do the dishes because we don't want the dishes to get us sick. So I'm like, okay, I'll take the insult. He said, but what y'all did today, disrespectful to your mom. Because like, I was like their kid. I would call mom and dad, they call me their son. To your mom, unacceptable. His tongue was like, unacceptable. He said, look at this. Come in here. You're supposed to know better. He's like, now he's talking to me now. The water over there, detergent over there. For some reason, this set him off. He said, detergent over there, water over there, dish soap all over here. Them dishes got to be done all over again. He grabbed the dishes and he throws them in the thing. They start breaking and everything. Now we like, oh shit. I don't know that he's mad at me instead of my brother. John Watts did like this. He slammed it and he said, and then something caught his eye. He said, and he looked. Whatever was in the thing it had gravy on it. My brother didn't clean the dishes off. He didn't clean the dishes off. He just put them in there. So the gravy, I guess when he was moving and stuff, it splashed on these white drapes that we had got that was like behind, like, you know, some houses have the window in the kitchen where you could look out and they had a little, you know, the kitchen drapes. We had just got these drapes and they had gravy all over them. John Marsh was like, look at the goddamn curtain. Look at the goddamn curtain. Yo. He just whipped the belt off and just started beating the shit out of me. I was in the corner between the fridge like, Mom, now I need money and shit. I need to help me, please. It's going down. My brother cries. He ain't even getting beat. I'm trying to tell. Oh, you hit me? It was him. I stuck my finger. That belt hit my fucking finger. I thought it took it off. This motherfucker hit my hand. My shit went into stroke mode. I was like, it was him. Oh, shit. Please, Dad. He hit me like 4 or 5 times, but it felt like 40. But anyway, he bust my ass. After that, I already knew. I'm not going to mess with him. I'm going to stay away from the kitchen. When I get older, I'm not having dishes. Fuck that shit. So anytime I see food in the sink or whatever, I get PTSD. Now y'all understand why I deal with paper plates. I'll use a dishwasher if I have to, but I don't look at dishwater. It make me yak. And I got flashbacks just talking about that shit. So that's why that explains that situation. But yeah, John Marsh had it open. He see the disrespect was too much. Once the curtains, he paid for the curtains. When she saw the curtains and they had the gravy on, immediately. The way it was funny though, the way he doubled like, look at the goddamn curtains and just beat the shit out of him. I'm like, yo, you ain't even beat him. You know what I'm saying? I was mad at my brother, but I mean, I didn't understand adult politics. I do now, though, shit. So that's that story. That story's called Enough. John Watts wasn't playing it. Now this next story is a dating story. Now I'm gonna tell you something about this story. This story, I don't know if this is funny or not, but I just wanted to share this with y'all. I went out on a date with somebody one time that contacted me on a dating app. And it was in Houston. She had me meet her at Herman Park, which is downtown. It's a big park. They got a big koi pond. They got a little thing back there, Japanese garden and stuff. It's kind of nice. And I went and met her. She was like, I'm working out. She worked in the hospital. So she's like, yo, meet me at 4 o'clock in Herman Park on a Friday afternoon. So I'm like, okay. I go down there. So, you know, she one of them people like, hey, I want to feel safe. You know, we meet in the I have no problem with that, you know, because the ultimate goal is to meet somebody that you want to build with. So, I mean, I don't care about a precaution. I mean, people are crazy. Women got a right to say, hey, I don't want to, you know, meet you on your terms. I have no problem with that. I'd rather have somebody cautious than somebody footloose and fucking fancy free. I go and meet her. When I come up to her, I look just like my pictures. In fact, I look better than my pictures at that time, right? Or so I was told. I go up and I meet her. And I swear to God, guys, this motherfucker, I don't even cuss. But this chick here, I don't know what it was. If she thought I was somebody from a former life or whatever, it was like the coldest persona she ever gave me. I've never seen this. I'm like, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? I said, I'm Steve, this and that. And she just kept looking at me like, so I'm like, oh, you know, it was a weird vibe. So like, she was like, I'm working out. I'm like, I said, okay, I'll walk with you. If you want to. I'm like, that was weird. So we making this lap around this big park. Guys, we didn't make it 200 yards. I'm walking with this chick and she won't see you. A lot of people don't pick up on different pointers. She won't look at me, number one. She's walking kind of fast, number two, than she was when I walked up and I seen her. And I'm walking with her and I'm like, I got to almost jog with her. And I'm like, I said, you all right? And she not talking. And it was the strangest thing. Conversation was good. We talked for 2.5 weeks. I meet her. I'm like, yo, do you know me? Like, I'm like, what's going on with you? So we walk about 200 yards. I stopped her. I said, wait a minute, stop. I told her, I said, stop. What's going on with you? She was like, nothing. She was like, I don't like you. She said, I don't like you. Not like me from a physical standpoint. She just was like, I don't like you. And I was like, what the hell was that about? And then she just walked off and I'm like, yo, I look stupid as hell. Like, what just happened? I get in the car, it's bothering me. I'm like, looking at my face like, did I have something in my teeth? Like there are boogies in my nose? What happened? Why she don't like me? I couldn't believe it. So we get in the car, right? Well, I get in the car. I drive. I start calling some of my friends like, man, you ain't gonna believe this crap. Man, this chick, the nerve of her. I drove all the way down here from other part of Houston. So anyway, right? Get back to the place. And she writes me this. I should have kept that. Well, no, we couldn't. I don't know, we could screenshot back then. But this long letter. She thought I was somebody that she dated before that was a stalker. And she gave money to, and he ran off and left her somewhere stranded. So she thought I was that guy. And I'm like, you got the wrong person. I know who I'm talking to. I'm like, I don't know you. I never saw you before. And like for the longest time, like it was a lot of back and forth. And I was like, okay, I can't get this out of her head. So I just left her alone. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you didn't have to block people like that because if they didn't want to mess with you, they'd never call you again. So, I mean, it was like that. But I mean, that was the strangest date, one of the strangest dates I've had where like she was aggressive from the door. And I'm like, that's why I said, do you know me or something? Like, did I do something to you? I never seen that. You know, so I call that the hate date. I mean, she was like looking like, I was like, oh shit, I'm about to swing. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you can't even learn from that. I mean, it was a mistaken identity, I guess. All right, that was story number 3. All right, story number 4, we gonna call The Voice, right? Like the TV show, The Voice. I met this girl. Now I didn't meet her on a dating app. I met her through somebody. She wasn't attractive to me. And it's not that she wasn't attractive physically, it was the way she acted. She had like a persona, like, you know how you meet some people and they act like they shit don't stink. And they just a regular looking person. You know what I mean? Like I'm a regular looking dude, right? Imagine me acting like I'm the most beautiful man in the world and every woman should bow at my feet. She had that kind of persona. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody owes her something. So I'm like, you know, what's up with your girl? And the girl that I worked with this girl and the girl introduced me to her. And she a real nice person, Steve. She could sing. She could sing her ass off. And I'm like, so what? Why keep bringing that up? I'm like, yo, she give me the wrong vibe. I ain't feeling how she acts. She like conceited, like stuck up, like. And when I met her, she was like getting slick at the mouth. Now, me, I'm very witty. I can have a comeback like that, and I can have a straight face. You don't know if I'm playing or not, but I can match your energy. We go back and forth on insults and all that shit. We can do it. I'm very good at that, and you don't know if I'm serious or not. You know, I'm just like that. So she making those slick things, and I'm making those slick things. I'm getting mad. She looking at us, we sparring or something. She likes it. I don't notice though. I'm like, I'm not feeling your girl. So she like, give me your number, right? I gave her my number in the beginning before I knew, you know, because like I had met her. She was in the car. I met her. She called me over. They left and then came back. But she said, hey, give me your number before I left. I gave her my number. She come back later on. Then we had an exchange. I'm like, man. So she gave me her number. I'm like, I threw her number away. I'm not calling her. You know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling it. So check this out. I go back in the office or whatever later on that day with the girl that, you know, introduced me to her that I work with. So she like, yo, Steve, man, she digging you. She been texting me all day, like saying she feeling you. I'm like, man, I ain't trying to hear this. So like, old girl is like, oh, such, yeah, I like him, this, that. But I don't like her. Now, I know that's her friend, so I got to watch what I say because she'll go back and tell her. I said, I don't know if this is gonna work though. I said, man, the way she, you know what I'm saying? So she like, well, Steve, she do that when she nervous. But I'm gonna tell you something, Steve, she can sing. I'm like, why you keep saying she can sing? The other lady is in there. Now these people do they go to bars and stuff. Now, I'm not a bar person. Now I went to bars, you know, you seen what happened when I did the karaoke and I got drunk, it was a mess. But I don't care nothing about that. I don't care if you can sing or not. I have nothing to do with that. Listen, they had this fundraising thing. And it was like, I got a call. Like, she never called me. That's another thing I'm gonna tell you. She never called me. Her girlfriend called me. I met this girl on a Tuesday. Friday comes. She like, yo, we all going out. You want to hang with us? Had a little bit of money. I'm like, yeah, I'll hang with y'all. Just a new experience, right? A couple of dudes who said they was going to from the job to be up there. So if I go and show up with them, shit corny, I go hang with these dudes. So I'm like, yeah, I'll go. So it's me, her, and the other office lady, older. So I said, I'll meet you over there. So I drive to this place. I don't know old girl gonna be with him. When I come in there, they like, yo, it was like a fundraiser thing, and like our job was connected to it. I had gave like $100 because it was like you getting a raffle and you win. I forgot, it was something we won. It was something big though. I won it, so I gave like $100, thinking like the more money you get, it's like rigged, like you get the thing. It wasn't like that. I ain't win. I was pissed. But anyway, right? So I go there, and they like got this karaoke thing where, like, you know, it was like a talent show, but they had like a karaoke box up there and people could sing, and they would give them prizes out for these people. They said the best singer gets a $200 gift card or whatever. So I'm like, okay, this is gonna be good. I'm not thinking this girl is there. I don't see the girl there. So they bring out 3 contestants. The first lady could sing real good, you know what I'm saying? But I think she picked the wrong song. This second girl comes out, right? And she just bombed. It was like a regular karaoke person. Nobody booed or anything, but people was laughing and like cheering on, but like they were silently laughing like, yo. And these are all people that worked in different buildings where we was at. Third person come out. Now I'm gonna tell you something, these women were nice. They had stage, it was real like professional stage. So like they would get up there, be a mic up there, and they was dressed to the nines. Third person come out, it's this chick. The one with the smart mouth. This chick looked regular. And this, I'll tell you something. A lot of women say men don't keep it real when they first meet them and they be disappointed. Makeup do that. Is like the same thing with women. Some of y'all put that makeup on, y'all look like different people. You know what I mean? You put that war paint on and be ready for battle, victory is assured. Man, she came out. She had her face done, had her wig done. I mean, her hair, you know what I'm saying? I say wig for head. Had her wig done. This chick looked like a damn unicorn. She looked like a different person. When she opened her mouth and sang, she sang a Whitney Houston song, but anyway, she sang. Yo, I'm like, this can be a professional person. You know how like when women sing like R&B and stuff and like they hit high notes and it be like a level note. She could do that. And I'm like, I'm keeping it real. You know, y'all my family. I'm keeping it real with y'all. I got turned on when she was singing. I ain't gonna lie, because I ain't never really seen nobody sing performance like that. She was singing, I was like a groupie. I was like, oh girl saw me. The one that was, what's her name? That was her friend. I seen her like, and I'm like, yo, this is like the song of the siren. She about to make me fall off the ship and drown in the water. She could sing, man. And like, I guess with the makeup and the spotlight, and like she had like glittery shit on her. It was like weird. Like somebody threw fairy dust on me or something. I was like captivated. But like I kept moving closer and closer to the stage. Like, hi, I'm here. Remember me? You still like me, right? But anyway, I'm stupid as hell. She comes off the stage and she wound up winning, right? So she won a $200 gift card. She comes down, and when she comes down, I'm like, people are clapping. I mean, she did really good. People are clapping. And she comes over to the table. Like when they would perform, they would just come and sit back down. I mean, she looked really nice. I got to give it to her. She came back and sat down. Now, remember, I ain't talked to her all week. So now I'm like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, man, That was phenomenal. Oh my God, you look good. Oh man, I'm saying all this stuff, right? She started getting slick in the mouth again. She started getting slick in the mouth again. Just that's the way she's acting. So I'm like, okay, I see nothing changed. So I go off and go hang with the dudes, right? So I go hang with the dudes. The dudes was like, yo, she looked good. He was like, who is that? I said, that's such and such friend. And they was like, I'm about to make a move on that. This how dudes are. I said, hold up, fam. I said, she already on me. We talking. They're like, for real? I'm like, yeah, man, I met her like Tuesday, you know. Knowing damn well we ain't nothing and I can't stand her. You know what I'm saying? But just the spotlight, you know what I'm saying? Her voice and stuff, I had to be attached to it. So I say, they said, man, ain't no way. They said, why you been over here for like an hour and you ain't even talking to her? It's just the girls over there. Like, why you ain't over there with her? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I ain't gotta be around her. I was just talking like, I ain't gotta be around her. You know what I'm saying? So look, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna prove it to you. I goes back over there and I sit down next to her. I sit down next to her. I guess they was talking and like, she must've been like, I don't like him. Like, he ain't called me all week or whatever. You know, girls be talking. So I go to sit down and I sit down next to her and I go to cut my head at the dudes like, yeah, you see what it is. So when I go grab the chair, and I go sit next to her, right? So when I put the chair down, as soon as I sat down, she popped up and looked at me and just walked with her chair went on the other side. I was sitting on one side of the table by myself. The dude started hooping and hollering. Ah! Ah! I can't turn around because I'm embarrassed. I say, why you move? I said, I just want to talk to you about something. What you want to talk to me about? I already know you don't like me. What you think, I'm stupid? I liked you. You ain't called me all week. And like, she's giving it to me. They can't tell, they can't hear that I'm getting chewed out, but they can see from the actions it's not going well. So I cut my eye and I look and they like, yo, they got their beards. Like, oh my God. I'm trying to play it off like we play it. I get up off the chair. I start walking around where she at. I get nearer. When I get nearer, like she's standing, like she got her hand on the chair. Like I get nearer and I stick my hand out. And when I stick my hand out, I guess she thought I was going to touch her. And she did like that. When she did like that, I didn't want them to see it. So I act like I was pointing and walked off. Like, hey, what's up? Yo, I was clowning that shit. But anyway, I wound up taking her home. I can't remember what happened, but I wound up taking her home. And we became friends, but it was like, basically, if I see you, I'll speak. If you see me, I'll speak. Our energy just didn't match. But I ain't gonna lie, man, she looked beautiful. And that's the thing, man. Like, y'all women out there, man, y'all can make yourselves look so attractive on the outside, but like, it just be other shit that throw men off. But we can't get past the look sometimes. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Just one of them things. That's the danger. That's the danger, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's that story. Her voice. When I seen that voice, I had to be attached to that. I'm like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? But that's that story. And this next story, this gonna make y'all laugh. This story, this is my last dating story. This one called Dr. Strangelove. I went out with this chick one time, and she was the most annoying thing I've ever seen in my life. I went out on a date with this girl. She was a heavyset chick. And I don't want to offend somebody, but I'm just speaking from my experience. When I was in Mississippi, and places like Mississippi, like it's usually in the South, when I would come across these type of chicks, they would be attracted to me. Now, everybody has a certain type of energy that they attract, right? Whether it's somebody that likes you or just some type of person that, you know, acts a certain way. You know, people come together from their energy of just being attracted, right? A lot of times I would attract chicks like this. They would like be like by themselves. They'd be the lonely type, don't really have friends, but they're like not really out there, but they see me and they be like, okay, I want him. I'll step out to meet him, but they'd be awkward, like a lot of social awkward. So it's like, you know, you meet them type. This chick right here, right? She was very nice, very beautiful person on the inside, but she just wasn't ready for a relationship because she didn't have enough experience. You understand what I'm saying? She was 30 something years old and she was still a virgin, which was odd. But I mean, I you know, things happen. It's like that. So that tells you, you know, she just, I don't know if she was sheltered or she just was in the house a lot. So it's like, you know, a lot of times people like that, I'm so uncomfortable saying this. I'm just giving you from I'm not trying to call nobody out. A lot of times their interaction with a grown man is what they see in movies. And like, you know, they'll watch love movies and they'll, you know what I'm saying? Just think that that's how it's going to be when you meet somebody. So I'm very funny. Like, I give you an example. When I'm doing my YouTube videos, that's me being serious. This is what you would see if you met me. And I want to just get that distinction. My live streams is just me spending time with my subscribers. This is who I am. When you see this, you would see this in person. The craziness, the all over the place, the laughing, the joking, the good humor. I'm a good person. I try to be. So I just want to say that. I meet this girl and I see she's like, you know what I'm saying? And like, I see the way she's dressed. Like, I don't know if she was raised by a grandmother. She had pearls on. It was just, I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. Just, she wasn't up to date. But she was a beautiful person. I keep saying that she was a beautiful person. And she's meeting me. And like, I get this a lot. Guys, I don't know if any of you guys in here, because, you know, we got a lot of ladies in here, but guys, I'm going to tell you, if you was there, tell me if you ever experienced this. When you'll meet a woman and you'll know, okay, my speed, the speed of my life is, she can't keep up. And like, they be looking at you like in awe, like, I don't care what you are, what you do, what you've done in the past, I just want you. And like, they just look at you like, you're like a movie star. They just be like, anything you do, and they had a smile, like it's almost creepy and cringy at the same time. But you can see through interaction with them that they still childlike somewhat. You know what I mean? Like they might do stuff like with the tongue out, like, what are you sticking your tongue out for? But anyway, I go out with this girl because I know she likes me. Now I have no intentions, and some of y'all gonna say I'm wrong, but women be doing this to guys, so I don't want to hear nothing. I had no intention of being with her. I know she liked me. I wanted to go out with her, show her a really nice time. Hopefully be her friend. I mean, just friend. That's it. Because I know she got a good heart. She's a good person. I'm a good person. I'll be around her, but I can't progress on a level where emotions will get involved because it's dangerous for somebody in her position. Do you understand what I'm saying? Sometimes when you deal with somebody, you have to take into account, if this doesn't work, how they feel or where they come from to get to where they are with you, and the balance of, will it be devastating on you or her when y'all part ways? Because a lot of times people part ways. We know that. You know, you see it a lot of times in my videos. These guys can't take no and rejection. They look stupid because they don't think they'll get something as good as what they got. So a lot of times when somebody be looking at you, Google and Gaga and all this stuff, that's a dangerous sign. You got to slow roll with that person. So anyway, check it out. Go out with her. Keep my distance from her. Just, you know, on some friend stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I try to interact with her. I'm telling jokes. She got the cutest laugh I've ever seen. She sounded like a mouse when she laughed. She wouldn't make noise, but she would just make these squeak. And I loved it. So I would just make her laugh. And you know what I'm saying? She was a beautiful person. So with that being said, we went out one time. Gave her my number. She would call me. Hey, but after a couple of days, she became annoying to me. And when I say annoying, really annoying. The reason why I call this video Dr. Strangelove was because this girl was doing weird stuff. And I'm like, yo, I could tell she's socially awkward. She would send me pictures of her lips out of the blue. Not kissing, just pictures of her lips. Like, you know, like a little kid don't know how to use the phone. And they would just take pictures of themselves while they're trying to work on it. They don't know what's taking pictures. She would send me pictures like that. She would send me pictures of her legs. I was like, what the fuck, your legs? Like, why are you sending pictures of your legs? Or like, I'm embarrassed saying this, but like, it's messed up that she was like this and she didn't know. And she's like, I don't know how to tell her, yo, this is annoying, this is stupid. She would go in the supermarket and she would take pictures of like a plum or like a banana and put like 2 plums around it, like the balls, and like the banana would be like sitting up like this. And she's like, I found this like this. Who does this? Like, it was weird stuff. And I was like, yo, that's not really funny to me. You know what I'm saying? Or like, she would send me pictures without a wig on, no makeup. This is me. And like her hair, it was crazy. I'm like, you don't do this. It's not funny, Moretta. It's not funny. I feel bad because she was a nice person. She had no chance. And I felt bad. And like, I would just be like, you know, LOL. You know what I'm saying? Damn, this damn cough. So I would be like, LOL. And I'm like, okay. And then like in the middle of the night, she would be like, I killed this in my bathroom. It'd be like a squash spider. And I'm like, yo, this is some strange shit. She did this for like 2 weeks. I stopped texting her after about a couple of days. Hey, I'm busy. I'll get back with you. You know what I'm saying? She doing the whole thing, just going. And like the more I don't answer, and like it would go all through the night, just crazy stuff. Do you think these shoes look like they're from the 1800s? They were like Ichabod Crane shoes with the buckle, like something a pilgrim would wear, the slip-ons with the buckle. I'm like, you got them in your house. But in my head, I'm like, oh my God. And like, it was never no danger of me. And I was like, okay, this one date was enough. I can't interact with her and see her again because I think she's gonna get worse. And she was just doing a whole bunch of stuff like that. And I felt so bad, you know, and I was like, after a while I got annoyed. I'm like, you know what? I see why you were at. I can't deal with you. And I kind of like left her alone. I never seen her again, thank God. But I mean, just crazy stuff. Like she would pick her feet or cut toenails and like just take pictures of it in a pile. Like, and she'd be like, ooh, like, ew. You know, like that's not like that's not a conversation that you would do and send to somebody. She was so awkward. And it's a lot of people out here like that. Not just women. A lot of times these guys do these shootings, these mass shootings and stuff. They be that type of person. They hate everybody because they can't fit in. I call them incels. Like a lot of people ask what an incel is. Incel stands for involuntarily celibate, meaning you can't get no girl because you're so awkward. Ain't nobody gonna mess with you. So you wind up hating women and hating society and saying it's somebody else's fault but yours, but you never come out the house. So it's just one of those things. But yeah, she was that type of chick, not a killer type, but she was just very awkward. I just felt bad for her. So that's that story. And this story right here, I was waiting to tell this story. I was gonna tell this first, but I try to keep the best ones last. This story right here, we're going to call Ham, H-A-M, Ransom. I worked at this company, this food company, when I first got out of prison, right? I worked at this food company where it's a picking company, meaning if you ever see a food truck, like a little box truck, and it has the food on it, I would do the thing where I pick these orders and then they would load these trucks and they would go to different restaurants and stop. And, you know, each stop would have a set pallet and they would take the pallet apart and they would just distribute the stuff. I used to work for a company that did that with trucks, that had the trucks, you know. So I worked in a plant where we would walk around with you know, they had a hand jacks. So we would walk around with a hand jack and we had a clipboard and we had like over 100 items. We would have to go through the warehouse in and out of different freezers and stuff like that. They had expensive food locked up in cages. They had all kind of hams, all kind of crazy stuff, like weird meat, like stuff like that was really expensive for expensive restaurants. So us doing that, what we would do is like we go around, we would pile the stuff up on the pallet according to each stop. So the bottom stop would be the last stop. The top stop would, you know, be the first stop. So we would have to do this real intricately, right? So we're doing this all night, 12-hour shift from 7 at night, 7 in the morning. Trucks are leaving out and delivering, right? It's this one dude there, and I can tell, like when you've been locked up before, you can tell other people that have done time. We just can. We can tell a guy that has done the way he moves, way he act. It's a certain type of PTSD that we all have that have been locked up. It's the weirdest thing. But we can tell. This guy was one of them dudes that locked up. This guy was older than me a little bit, but he was one of them dudes where we see people like this all the time if you pay attention. Because I read people when I talk to them, when I watch them, you know, I'm always looking. He was one of them dudes where every time you turn around and look, he's looking at you. Weird. You know what I'm saying? One of them dudes where they have their hat down and they act like they doing something, but their eyes constantly looking and watching people. One of them type, real sneaky or skeedy type. Like you can't trust it. If you was in the street, you cannot trust this guy. This guy the kind of guy that'll sit in the back seat with you and blow your face off while you sitting in the front seat and you think it's your friend. You get what I'm getting at? He one of them type. I see his vibe. So he's there before I get there. Now it's like 5 black dudes. It's a bunch of white dudes and like a couple of Spanish dudes, right? So we all doing the same job. And then we have these, they call it checkers. We're pickers. And then you take them up and they have these little squares that you put your pallet on. And before you can wrap it in, you know, shrink wrap, the checker, which is like a supervisor, have to come and make sure everything on your checklist is there. And anything that you couldn't find that's not in the warehouse, they got to mark up as they got to send it later. So we there. This guy is working every day. And he's one of them dudes where, you know, a lot of y'all guys that work warehouse jobs, or some of you ladies that work warehouse jobs, they're always this one dude that's always at work, but he has all of this fly stuff. Like he got a Mercedes-Benz car. He got a Cadillac. And you're like, how are you making all this money? Because he get all this overtime and he worked real hard. He's caught up in that middle class madness where you got a whole bunch of bills where you can't stop working. He like that. Don't want to be a supervisor and get more pay, but he just work his ass off all the time, right? So he one of them type. So he always at work. Something happened where he got into an argument, right? And I'll never forget, he got into an argument and they fired him. He had stole something and they caught him on surveillance. Where he stole it, because it was cameras all over, he didn't know it was a camera back there and they stole it. Now, he was one of the longest tenured people there. So what they did was, when he stole it, they pulled him in the office. It was like, hey, man, give us the stuff back. You know, and like he did this before he left. They caught him that night before he left the job. So it's not like he left and then like they asked for food to come. They wouldn't did it. They just fired him. So they're like, yo, man, we saw you steal the such and such. So I could see, because they had a big glass window in the little office part when you go in there. And I could see him going back to him talking, him doing like this. And everybody's quiet, but we all sitting in the back. So I walk, I'm like, what's going on? They're like, yo, something happened with your boy. So we all looking, all the workers, we looking like 30 of us. We all looking in there. He could see we looking, he's going back and forth. The guy arguing with him. The owner's there. Now the owner is not really saying nothing. He's just sitting there on the thing like this, like I am in my hand. He's like, and he keeps looking at him. And every time the owner looks at him, I guess he feel pressure, and then he barked back at the guy. Now it's starting to get heated. So they fire him. He take his little apron off, he throw it down, give him the finger, he storm out. He walked past us, they're like, yo, what happened? Man, they fired me. Racist ass, you know, BS. He leaves. We leave. Later on that night, I'm one of the ones that come in early. Like they would let us come in early. If you had good character and you want to make more money, you come in early. So I would come in at 6, an hour early. It was me and it would be him. And this is another thing, like this is why I knew something was weird with him. Me and him would be the only people in there in the warehouse sometimes. And it'd be like one manager all the way in the other area. And we would never speak to each other. And I would speak to him, but he would never say nothing. I was like, okay, that's weird. Like, you know, socially, like, okay. So the next day we come to work. We got these badges. They like plastic badges that got metal in them, and you tap the door. They tap badges. You tap the door and it turned green and you come in the store. He didn't turn his badge in. So we all working that night, and it's Friday night. Friday night, we have Saturday and Sunday. On Friday night, be lit. They bring food in. If any food like gets damaged in the back or whatever, or like, you know, they made a lot of money, they'll cut food open and just cook food. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so Friday, we were always eating, like it'd be like a cookout while we working. And it was laid back because the orders wasn't high because it's Saturday and, you know, it's not the hustle and bustle the whole week. So like we would just basically be standing around. That's the only why I kept that job. It was real cool. So Friday night comes. During that week, the guy kept saying something is up, something like I forgot. He would say, I forgot the name of the company. Like we would call companies out. Like say it was Kraft or Hellman's or something. So he would be like, Hellman's is up, Hellman's is up. And like people like Hellman's is up. I'm like, what the hell is that? What would happen is when certain trucks come, they would bring super expensive stuff from other countries that would travel across seas and get there. And there was this one major restaurant that was like the top client that they paid top dollar for stuff from around the world. One of the things they had was this ham. It was a whole, like you had a ham. It was like a whole leg of ham, but it was only this big. Like, I don't know if y'all can see. It was probably about 3 feet. And it was shriveled up and it had all this white dust on it, like powdered sugar or some shit. It was in a net and it stank. It stank real bad. They had it in this like dry freezer. So they like, yo, see that ham? That ham, they said that whole, I said, how much that ham? I'm like, who bought that? They got white gloves touching the ham. The ham is like the Messiah. Oh. So when the ham come out, everybody got to get away from the ham. They got this ham with the white gloves. The dude got a towel with it. They walking with this ham. Ah, it's a piece of fucking meat. They walk with this ham. And they bring it up Chuck, and this is early in the week. We watching the ham. They make you turn the forklifts off. They don't want none of the petroleum and nothing to get on the ham because it came out of a dry thing. They don't want the moisture to suck it in. So they got to move this ham real fast because if you keep it out in the open, it changes the flavor. Crazy stuff. The ham is moving, right? They got the ham. They run the ham in there, right? They follow behind with the towel. The ham is in the thing. Everybody, whoo! They lock the door. I was like, okay, it's just expensive meat. I don't know nothing. In the back, when we pick, they got a ladder where you go up top and you go up on the second level and it's like an attic, but you're almost at the top where you got to hunch down and you got to go and move a lot of stuff, like the canned goods be up top. You made an elevator to bring them up there. So you get the canned goods and you come out the elevator. So we'd be canned goods upstairs. So he got fired. So Friday come, they're like, yo, they hold a meeting in the morning. In the afternoon. When we all get there, y'all seen what happened yesterday. What's the name got caught stealing. And he stole like some tomatoes or something, some rare tomato. It was just weird. And they was like, hey, if any of y'all got his number, we need to get in contact with him. And everybody was like, why, what's going on? They said, we need to get in contact. He's not answering the phone. He got something we need back. It was that key card. It was a key card. So we in there working around 12 o'clock. I'm out back and I look, I see like his Cadillac or his Lincoln, right? I'm like, it looked like it, but it was an industrial park, but it was like in another area across the street. I'm like, that's like my man car. So I'm not thinking that nothing. I'm just sitting out back, me and the other dude talking. And we hear this, get back. Everybody go, whoa. All this stuff is dropping. People are running. People are like, oh. The one dude, Keith, the manager, he like, come in here. Both of y'all come in here, quick. I run in there. I was like one of the last persons, me and the dude. We run in there. We look. My man was up top. He had the ham in his hand. I want my job back. And he going off. I want my effing job back. You racist. Man, come on, man. How long I've been here? They like, put the ham down. Call the police. It's funny watching. They were so scared. It was a fucking ham. Put the ham down. Please, we can talk it out. We'll talk. Just put the ham down. He's like, I dropped this mother. Everybody was like, no. A lot of us was incarcerated. So we in the back like, somebody screaming, man, F that ham. And the dude was like, no, don't F the ham. Don't F the ham. Please. Come down. We'll talk. He got the ham in the air. I throw the ham down. They said, man, please, it's dust up there. Oh my God. the one manager is pulling his hair. Oh my God, he's ruining the ham. It's dust up there. Oh, the ham, the taste. Oh my God, can we sell that still? They're going crazy, right? He got the ham ransom. He want his job back. I said, just tell him he'll get his job back. So they whispered, tell him he get his job. So everybody like is going up the train, the people in front of him. Okay, you can have your, the guy like, you're an effing liar. He got the ham. He's like, you know what, okay. You want to play me? He sits on the box. He's hanging off the thing. Like, I mean, if he fall, that's like 20 feet. If he fall, he's going to die. That's nothing but concrete. I got you. He pulled a knife out, pocket knife. I got you. He started putting the knife near the ham, man. They started going crazy. Please, for the love of God. Please. It's a fucking ham. Anyway, the police come. They pull guns on him while he's holding the ham. He chills out. He said, yo, fuck this ham. And he threw the ham down. And when he threw the ham down, the guys caught the ham with the towel. This is the funny part. The guy that was trying to negotiate, the one manager, I don't want to say his name. He was sweaty as hell. It's his job on the line, I guess. Soon as the ham was falling down, he fell on the ground and he prostrated like on the ground. Like when they caught the ham, he was like, oh my God, thank you. His hat fell off. He was all wet shit. The cops, he started saying to the cops, thank you. They arrested the dude. They did arrest him. I never seen him again. But I found out that ham, when you chop it up and break it down, that little 3 foot leg of ham or whatever it was worth $5,000 when you chop it up and slice it. Of course, the meat was so good or so rare, some acorn-fed pigs or some crap. It came from somewhere, the Himalayas. I don't know where it came from. But anyway, they don't give it. It ain't like a regular ham. You'd be like, yo, let me get a half a pound of that. They give you small slivers of it. And they charge you like $100 for like 3 little tiny pieces like that. You know, you had those restaurants where they make the little finger foods, but they charge you like $200 a plate, and it'd be like this much, like on the thing, and the meat, no meat be on there, and it'd be smoking, freeze dried. It's that type of ham, that kind of stuff they use with this. And I'm like, yo, so they got the ham. I don't know if they sold it or not, you know what I mean? But I mean, that was just one of the funniest things I've ever seen at a job. They were panicking like it was a child. Imagine a newborn, and he's like, I throw this, and people are like, oh my God. That's how it was over a piece of ham. And then like it had that white goo on it, like mold or something. Oh, it was nasty. But anyway, what was funny is when they threw the ham down and they arrested him, he was walking. I looked at the back of his hands. He had that white shit on his hands. He was like talking shit, with that shit on his hands. He looked stupid as hell. But anyway, he wound up getting arrested. We never saw him again. But man, that's one of the craziest ones. They went crazy over meat. Like, so that's that story. Now this story right here is a story that happened. What was this? 2 years ago? A little over 2 years ago. It had snowed here in Houston. And it don't snow here in Houston. Like, I mean, it really don't get cold here. So snowing here was weird because this area is not made for snow, like the way the houses are built and stuff. If it snows in Houston, right? If it snows in Houston, people put their hazard lights on and go like 5 miles an hour, even if the snow is like barely coming down and like it makes the road wet. Like people be panicking. And I'm like, yo, I come from Jersey. It's snowing in. So I'm down here. They'll close schools. If it's flurries coming down, like say it was like mild flurries coming down, and the ground is not wet or sticking or anything, just seeing that, they act like it's sulfuric acid flying out of the air. They will shut the schools down. They will make you not go to work. Office buildings will clear out. It's the craziest thing. I don't think they have rock salt here because I think they put sand down when the snow came. But anyway, it wound up snowing, right? A couple of years ago. And it snowed enough to where like it was like this much snow. And it happened like real quick. A lot of the outside spigots was busting. The pipes was busting. And it was water shooting all over the damn place, all over the city. Water just shooting and freezing up. People are panicking. They fighting at the gas stations. Like you would think a meteor was coming and everybody had to get out the city. Like, like you would think like the gas station, you have cars, beep, beep. They're like, we out of gas. Like, how are you out of gas? It was like that. They were panicking. I've never seen nothing like that. And I'm like, it's only this much snow. It's overnight thing. So anyway, it did have significant damage to the city because this city's not built for cold weather. So I was staying with my girlfriend at that time, and I wound up staying at a friend's house because I was still doing my job. I was still working, but because they were shutting certain parts of the city down, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna stay over my people's house, friend of mine. So I stay over his house. I get over there, and he live in the hood. So I go over there, take my truck, my tools, everything. I go over there. I spend the night at his house. Now he lived with his girl. His girl got like 3 kids, right? They bad as hell, and they little. So ain't no food in the house because he was supposed to go food shopping before this snow came. He didn't do it, so I get over there. It's hell. She giving it to him. She had the leopard skin Jiffy Pop on, you know what I'm saying? So you knew it was beef and the fuzzy slips. Go over there, she blacking out on him. He's sitting up there like looking stupid. I'm like, bro, I'll take you to the supermarket. You know what I'm saying? So he like, all right, we're gonna take my truck. Now this guy right here fishes a lot. Like he's one of the people like he likes doing sports, but like he's just a hood dude, like, you know, but he like going fishing. He'll meet somebody with a boat and he'll go out fish and come back and like, hey, I got some fish I sell or whatever. That's cool. That's his hobby. I don't fish. I don't know nothing about it. We go to the supermarket in the hood. They didn't clean the whole damn thing out. Ain't nothing in there. Oh, for this much snow, people just panic. He like, bro, Steve, you got food at your house? I said, no, man, I'm not going all the way over there and I don't have food to bring over here to y'all. I'm like, bro, why would you not do the food thing when she told you to get it? They said it was going to snow. People would be scared. Why you ain't do it? So now he in it. I said, bro, I can't go all the way over there. I'm like, they closed the road till tomorrow. So now I'm over there with him, right? This him. Now it snowed. I'm gonna tell you something. It snowed. Now Houston is like a tropical climate. So it snowed, but it stayed cold enough to where the powdering of the snow stayed down, but like the temperature warmed up the next day. So it was probably like 60 something degrees out there with snow on the ground and the sun was out. He like, I can't go back, bro. You see how she acting? I ain't trying to hear that shit, man. Oh man, you know how it is. I ain't trying to, you see she mad and stuff. We're driving. We're over there in a park called Stafford, Texas, which is next to Houston. It's like a little smaller town. Like, you know, we're on the highway. He say, pull over. I got it. Pull over. He got an idea in his head. Now, I know he got an idea in his head because he started talking shit. Yeah, fuck with me. I got it. Yeah, she wouldn't talk shit. I got you. I got her. Thank you, Jeff Costello. So we say my woman's rear smells. What the fuck? Anyway, listen. Take and pull him over. He says, go to this parking garage. You go to this parking garage, right? When we go to the parking garage, we pull in the parking garage. We the only ones in there. I'm like, yo, what the fuck's going on, bro? He said, watch this. I got something for him. So he pulls over, right? We pull in his parking garage. We the only ones in the parking garage. He said, what you see? I said, nothing. He said, look close. What you see? I said, I don't see nothing. It's nothing but snow out there and the sun. And, you know, the sun is out. What are we talking about? You know how parking garages, you know how corporate offices that have the parking garages, a lot of times they'll have these big lakes in the front of them with this fountain that shoot water out. This one had a lake that surrounded it in Stafford, and it had a fountain in the front, but like it was like a deep lake. And what they do is they stock them with fish. It be fishing in like bass, big mouth bass and everything. You can't fish at these places, but they just there and they full of fish, like a bunch of food in there, like fish. He said, I got my poles in the back. I said, man, you gonna fish out of this? He said, bro, that's clean. He's like, no, nobody throws trash in there. Sit there. I'm like, yo, I want to see this. I'm not thinking because I don't know. Ain't nobody out there. It's a state of emergency. I would have seen fish. We sitting in there. He throwing the thing in there. Ain't nothing happening because the water cold. Oh, the fish at the bottom. See, I got to change the bait. We on a parking garage, fishing off the parking garage because the water's right there. He pulled this big ass fish out. I swear to God, that fish was like this. He pulled it out. I ain't never seen a bass except on TV. I said, that's a bass? And he grabbed it by the mouth and he, to make the mouth open up, pull a bass out. I'm like, that joint big as hell. So I'm looking at that now. I'm doing fish things. I ain't never seen no bass. So I'm like, this is a different kind of fish. Pull it out. So he like, go get the bucket. So He'd been over there before and he fished over there before. That's another thing I didn't know. So I give him the bucket. He like, hold the fish. I said, I'm not holding the damn fish, bro. That thing was big. I had teeth in it. I ain't doing that. He like, never mind. He cuts the line. He got the fish in his hand. He got the bucket. He running with the bucket, right? He goes down to the end. He cleans the bucket out. They got a little spigot. But I'm like, hey, he must have been over here. So he cleans it out. He runs back. He takes the bucket. It's called a bait bucket. He throws the bucket. He takes the bucket. He lowers the bucket in the water. Picks the water up, brings it up, puts an air stone in, and then throw the bass in there. Now he got one fish. I said, all right, you got the fish. Let's get out of here. Right? He like, no. We got to get a couple more fish. He go back in there. We ain't catching nothing. About 5. I said, bro, we got like 10 more minutes of this. Now, it's cold out here. I'm trying to get back. The magic of me watching him fish. He caught a fish. I ain't going to see it no more. So now, all you hear is this. The phone rang. One of his friends. Hey, what's up, bro? Yeah, man, I'm over here fishing at the what's the name, man? The fish biting too. Let me show you the fish I caught. You take a picture of the fish. About 10 minutes later, another fish popped. Boom. Regular size fish, but it was big enough to eat. Another fish. I'm like, you're gonna need another bucket. So now I go to my truck. I go to his truck, and he got like some buckets in the back, other bucket. So I'm doing the thing, filling the buckets up. What's that? He like, I'm gonna clean the fish for you for helping me, and you could, we're gonna freeze it. You can take some fish back to your people too. I'm like, all right, bet. So now I'm just sitting out there. I don't know. Here come a truck with like 4 other dudes in it. He done told them about the fish when he sent the picture. Now here they come. He like, yo, y'all gotta be low key out here. This is my spot. I don't never tell nobody. Right? They got some good fish in here. So when he showed the fish, now it's all these dudes with poles fishing off of this thing in the on private property in the court. I'm sitting out there just to help them. I'm just watching them. Ain't got nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? So they're there. They not catching nothing. About 30 minutes pass. Man, like 5 police cars just come up, SUVs. We like, who the hell is that? Like, we can't see them, we can hear them. They come up there, they pull up. What y'all out here doing? My boy was like, fishing. Fishing. I'm like, okay, this don't look right. Okay, well, what's gonna happen? They walked up on us and locked us up. They locked us up. I'm like, what you putting cuffs on me for? I'm just the driver. They sit us down. They're like, yo, y'all can't be doing this. Now I'm saying to myself, my business has a name out here. If I'm in the paper stealing fish and I'm a fish guy, man, I do aquariums. Oh my God, this is ruined. I'm sitting out there. I'm thinking of worse. You got the cuffs on you. Oh my God, we're sitting there. They got to sit in Indian style and shit. So they holding us about 20 minutes. They run our names. After they run our names, they let us go. But they like, yo, y'all caught fish out here for real? So we show them the fish. They like, damn. They was cool cops. They were like, oh, but they said, y'all got to leave. Y'all got to leave right now, or they're going to call the Fish and Game Wildlife. They just saying that, but they just wanted to leave. So 40 cop cars left and one of them stayed back. So we all got in the car and left and went back to the house. We get back to the house, it's probably about 4 hours and passed. Get back to the house, and he come up in there, clean the fish, cook. We had a little fish fry. Shit was crazy. But I was like, yo, man, my dumb ass almost went to jail watching y'all fish in a corporate area. So that's why I learned, because it never dawned on me it's private property. Because like the lake ran off into a river, like a river part. And I was like, okay, well, I would have thought it was private property if it was just sealed off because it's on their land. But it had a runoff. So I'm like, oh, it's nature. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all right. Dumbass would have been locked up. Y'all to see me in the news. I'd have been doing a story of myself. Hey, this is Stockman Steve. Welcome to Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, subscribe. This story is about me. Right there. Dumbass. There I am in the corner. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it worked out all right. Now, I'm going to tell y'all a jail story. This story here, we're going to call Dream Catcher. This is about an inmate that had inspired terror on the block. I didn't know why until later on. I'm in county jail, and I've been there about a year. So I'm already institutionalized. I know how to move and shake in jail. This guy comes, and I don't want to say his nickname, but we'll just say he was called Dreamcatcher. Certain times on the block, certain people that would be street celebrities would come in there. And you might have heard the name of this person before on the street, but you never saw the face of this person. This is one time, this guy come in there, they like, yo, the Dreamcatcher here. So when they opened the door, they would bring the inmates in. They would lock us in 3 times. They would lock us in at night, and then they'd pop the doors in the morning, let us out. They'd lock us in around 10 o'clock in the morning, and then they let us back, but they had to do count. So they'd lock us in for about an hour and a half during shift change, and then they'd lock us again in at night. You know what I'm saying? So during the middle one, which is between 2 and 4 o'clock, from 3 to 5, they would be like bringing new inmates in. So they like, yo, somebody scream out the poor hole, Dreamcatcher, what up? Dreamcatcher in this bitch. Everybody like, hey, you hear people. So I'm laying there asleep. I don't know this guy, and I don't, every time they pop the doors at this time, we would come out, it would be new inmates. So I hear the doors pop, and like it's time to get up and eat chow, whatever. So I hear the doors pop, I jump up, come down. I see the dude in my thing, look out the thing, he like, yo, that's the Dreamcatcher, yo, that's the dream. He's a Dreamcatcher out here. I said, what? Who the fuck is the dream? I said, I heard him saying that. Who the fuck is the Dreamcatcher? They said, this dude right here is a bad motherfucker. Like, don't mess with this dude. This dude is a killer. I'm going to describe the Dreamcatcher. He looked like he was a Spanish dude. Well, he might have been a light-skinned black dude. This guy was probably my height, 5'10", skinny as a rail. This arm, thank you, Susie Q. What'd you say? Hey, family, it's me calling from jail. I was fit. Come on, Susie, you chill. This arm right here, like he was born prematurely, I guess, or he was born deformed. It's not funny, but when I tell you this, y'all do what you want with it. This arm had only grown to here. His elbow and stuff was here, but this arm, like imagine his wrist being here. So this arm had grew small. Now, at the end of it, like when somebody doesn't have an arm and their fingers grow, right? It'd be like little knobs, like look like fingertips. So he had this much on here, and then this arm was halfway up. He had no arms. He just had nubs, right? With like little, like, so I'm like, okay, when he was in the womb, his arms didn't grow. So check this out. Soon as I see him in my head, I'm like, how the hell did they arrest him? How'd they get the handcuffs on him? And it sounds messed up, but I mean, just hear me. I'm thinking like, damn, how the fuck they arrest? How did he get? What did he do to get in here? You'll be surprised. People be in the street and they have disabilities, but if they want to run with the big dogs, they think they're a big dog and they still gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? Jeff Costello, thank you, brother. So next thing you know, right? He on the block. Now, this is the rules with him. Do not stare at his arms or they were fingers, like they were little, don't stare at him. Do not stare at him. Don't ask him nothing about what happened with that. You damn sure better not crack no joke. And, this dude was a killer on the street. So in jail, you learn to respect people. He's on the block. Now, I don't like this dude. First, I felt like, damn, I feel sorry for the dude. I don't know him. And I stay away from people, I don't know. I don't be in people's face like that. I don't get familiar with people I don't know. So about a week, him being on the block, just crazy stuff is happening. He punching people with this spear on his hand, hitting people, busting their shit. I said, yo, this dude punching people with half an arm. He's punching people. And they scared him. Nobody would do nothing to him. And I'm like, yo, I don't know him, but I've been in a couple of scraps already in jail. And I know how it is. I don't know him. I will probably never run into him again. But if this guy, I don't care if he got no arms or whatever, if he try that shit on me, because once he would do it, like people low-key laughing like, yo, that dude, a man, they're like, how you get punched in the face with a man with no arms? Like they would do shit like that. That you ain't doing it to me. I don't know him. You know what I'm saying? So I was like that. You know what I mean? I ain't in the street where he at. That ain't gonna fly with me. So I had a kind of a disdain for him. Like, I don't really feel this dude because, you know, you run around here sneaking people. He stole somebody's bag out of their room, guys. He had the bag in this part of his arm. And he had this part like a vice, and he was running with the bag. Like it was like this part of his arm. He was like running with the bag. It was the craziest fucking thing. I said, "How is he stealing with no hands?" And when they told the guy who did it, the guy was just like, and ain't do nothing. I didn't know. Now they said this dude shot somebody before. I don't believe that. But I mean, there were people in there that I respected that were scared of him. Like, yo, this dude right here is no joke. And supposedly in the street, he's a one-man army. He don't hang with people. He do stuff by himself. So I'm like, yo, I don't know what's going on, but this is what I found out. The Eagles was playing the Rams in the playoffs, right? So it's around the 2000s, whatever. Somebody pulled the cord on the TV in the middle of the football game. That's a no-no. So now we ain't got no TV. Black dudes like, nah, we gonna have to take the Spanish TV. This is what the black dude's doing. I'm just back there with him. Hey, let us get that TV. Spanish dude's like, fuck off. It's about to go off. It's about to go. Little Spanish dude jump up. He ain't doing nothing. I don't know what he had in his hand, but he stabbed this one dude in the face right here. I don't know if it was a knife or I think it was a bolt, but he cut his face and bust his face, dude, like this. He's the celly of Dreamcatcher. Dreamcatcher knows this guy from the hood. Dude sitting down there, about 2 hours past, they lock us in. Guy, I know he needs stitches because his face, it's split all the way from like his nose all the way down, open, leaking. So I'm like, yo, he in there bleeding out probably. So he in there with Dreamcatcher, right? Dreamcatcher come out about an hour. We all eat. Ain't thinking nothing of it. I just happen to be sitting there. You know, when you're in jail and you're looking around, everybody sees something at any given time. I just happened to cut my eye. The dude was on the phone that stabbed him. Don't laugh. Dreamcatcher came up creeping, right? And he had his arms out like this. You know, people be like, you know what I'm saying? It's only funny because he only had this part of his arm. So like, it was like one like wing and like this part was like half. So it was like 2 chicken wings, like both of them broke. Like he came up, he was like that. Yo, he jumped, like he went up behind this guy. This arm right here, like this arm hooked him and this arm went around it and went up under his throat, like that part right there. And it landed on his windpipe. He leaned back on this dude while he was on the phone and wrapped him up and just choked him out. Like 40 seconds, dude was like, he was on the ground. The dude was stomping him while he was on the ground, y'all. I know the people was on the phone like, hello, hello, and the dude was knocked out getting stomped out. He was stomping him with just this part of his arm, and this arm. When he was doing it, it was like, it was so vicious. I was terrified of him. I think the way he looked with his disability, he looked like a monster doing that. I think that's what was scaring people. I'm like, yo, I ain't never seen nothing like that. I mean, you'll see stuff. I mean, I can tell y'all stories that's funny, but that right there, I've never seen anything like that. So he wound up, somebody bailed him out later on. Like, I don't know if he went to prison. I don't know what his crime was or whatever, but he got bailed out. It's not funny. I don't laugh at handicapped people, but the way he came up under him, it was like Sergeant Slaughter with the Cobra clutch, like minus the Cobra. It was just the clutch. He just had him in it. Like, and like the thing that was messed up when he had him on the ground, he was going, I was like, and everybody was going crazy. Like, oh, they was running from him and shit. And I was just like, yo, I ain't never seen that. But yeah, that's the story with him. But that's one of the weirdest things I seen when I was in jail. Not prison, jail. So that's that story. Now, I'm gonna give y'all a prison story. Y'all, story number 9. This is story number 9. How many of y'all in here got allergies to medication? Any of y'all? Anybody got allergies to medication? If you got an allergy, put the medication in there you allergic to. Real quick before I start the story. Let me see. See if I can read this on here. Y'all don't have no allergies? Nobody? Sulfur, Benadryl. Carolina, are you related to you allergic to Benadryl? Aspirin? Penicillin? Okay, Jeff. Okay. Morphine. Damn. Okay. I didn't think I had medicated allergies, right? Now, when you're in prison, I was in federal prison. When you're in prison, one of the worst things you can do is get sick. And that is like the top thing. And that's why I'm like, I don't see how anybody can go to jail. If you get a toothache or a root canal, when you wake up, I mean, not a root canal, abscess, and you wake up and your face is messed up, like, you know, kind of to go to your brain and kill you, your face like that, you done dilly. You better hope they take you in there. I woke up one time and my tooth in the back was just like, my whole face was just like doing like this. I'm like, shit, I couldn't see. I couldn't go to work. And it was so intense. It felt like somebody had grabbed my head and was just tearing it apart. It hurt so bad. I had a towel in my face because I would cry. You don't want people to see crying. I'm like I can't see. It was real bad. I run over to the damn thing, right? You got to fill out a paper. Number one, you can't just walk over to the thing. You got to fill out a paper and wait for them to call you. Luckily, they called me within a day. That whole day and that whole night, man, I rubbed my legs together like, you know, with my legs wrapped around and doing like that to where my calf was almost raw. That's how bad that shit hurt. I laid in the bed all day. Next day, they called me up. Yeah, you got infirmary. I flies to the infirmary. It's like 8 people in line. Now, the infirmary in federal prison where I was at was also where, you know, people go and get their medication. So you'll be in line. They'd be like dudes with AIDS. Like you could tell they'd be real skinny and all messed up. All kind of people. Blood pressure medication. It's just a line. You'll sit there and that door will be closed. That line will pile up all the way out the door. Luckily, I was number 8. All the way out that door. In the heat and everything. And there's no air conditioning in the feds where I was at. No air conditioning at all in any building. You sitting there, I get up there, I wind up, they like, okay, what's wrong with you? I said, I got a toothache. I said, look, my face is swole. They didn't even have a place where I went back there and I sat. It's just a window with a half door. Lady looked in my face. She was like, you got an infection. She called somebody, dude came up, the doctor came up, was like, you put gloves on, look, oh, you got an abscess. Yeah. Yeah, okay, we can't do nothing with that right now. We're going to give you some medication to take the infection out. They give me this medication called cephalexin. I will never forget it. I'm thinking, I know it's an antibiotic because it got the IN at the end, like penicillin, amoxicillin, cephalexin. I'm like, oh, this is some antibiotic, right? I goes back to the room. Now, I was a cook in prison. I was a cook. I get up 4 a.m. They give me this medication, right? My face was hurting so bad. They gave me the medication. They told me to take 1 pill, real big pills, 500 milligrams. Take 1 pill. When you get back to the thing, they gave me 2 pills a day before 8 pills. My shit was hurting so bad, guys. Soon as he gave me that pill bottle and I got out the building, I just put a pill in my mouth. You know what I mean? And you know that stuff be nasty. I ain't give a damn. I put a pill in my mouth and swallowed it with no water. And your antibiotics is dry. I had to swallow that horse pill. I was like, I swallowed the horse pill. Get over to the place. About 20 minutes later, I'm like, damn, I just realized the throbbing is gone. I'm like, that's what's up. So I'm laying in the bed, looking at a magazine or whatever. I'm like just so happy that my face doesn't hurt and I can just lay in a normal position. I'm gonna take my hat off of this. This is what happened. This is what my face felt like It felt like somebody was doing like this, pulling my shit real hard. It was like real tight. Like my shit was tight. Like, I'm like, why is my face getting tight? And I'm sitting, I keep going. I don't know what the fuck's happening. I'm like, what you say, Tony? Yeah, it's a peanut head. Do something. Let me stop. So I'm like, I keep doing this. What the fuck? I'm like, man, I need something to drink. I can't. I don't know what's happening. And my face is getting tighter and tighter. I'm like, damn, now it's starting to get hot. Like my face like is hot to the touch. I said, what the fuck is this? So I'm like, okay. Remember they was like, you get the thing, if it go to your brain, you're gonna die. So I'm thinking the thing is near my brain. I'm in the room, I start walking back and forth like, oh shit. Oh, nope, there was no inmates in there, everybody's at work. So I'm like, oh fuck. I'm like, I gotta see a mirror. We got mirrors in the bathroom. But the mirrors, like, they're scratched out, but like it's one part in the mirror, one mirror where it's like this little piece like that. So I'm like, I gotta go see what the hell's wrong. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, and like the more I'm walking in the blood flow, the worse this is getting. I'm like, I'm like, why is my voice changing? I'm saying all this. I don't know what the fuck's happening, man. I went and looked in that mirror. Oh my God, look. I looked in that little piece. You remember how Will Smith looked on Hitch, where his eyes was like popped out and they were swollen? My face was like that, right? But my eyes were starting to swell, and all of this, including this, broke out in like a hive, like bumps. It went all the way down to where behind my ears were turning red up here and was like burnt. I said, what the fuck? I'm like, So I said, I'm having some type of allergic reaction. But I remember when I walked from the room to here, it got bad. So now I'm like, okay, I got to go all the way across this thing. I don't know about making it. So I'm walking. You can hear the keys. And the feds, the keys, you'll hear the keys. They walk, they got a whole bunch of keys. I hear the keys. I call the guard. I said, yo, I'm having an allergic reaction. He like, hold on. He get on the thing called. They golf cart me over there. They gave me Benadryl and they gave me a shot. I think if my dumb ass, well, I ain't gonna say I was a dumbass because I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? If they hadn't drove me up, I think my dumb ass would have died. I would have died. Yo, that was some scary shit. I was like, and like, you know, when you see people and they have allergies and they just be like, and they just, man, that's a horrific feeling, man. And mine was like 20 minutes of hell. Well, in fact, it wasn't even 20 minutes. It was like after 20 minutes, and then like 5, all that took place in 5 minutes when I jumped up and was walking around. And 5, I'm like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? So I survived again. So that's it. Now, this is my last story. I say this story for last. You know, I do a lot of stories on mental illness and stuff like that, and people being crazy and you don't know they're crazy and stuff like that. That applies sometimes where you'll meet people and they might not be crazy. I had a few clients that was actual players in the NFL that some of you guys know, right? Famous players. This guy right here, I don't want to say his name because he's still alive, and it's been found out he does have CTE. I'm not going to say his team. This guy was an NFL linebacker, and he was a good one. He was a solid player. This guy was my client until this happened where I just couldn't do it no more. This client was an NFL linebacker. He was about 6'3", and he weighed probably about 240. Now, that's a big human being when they train and they're muscular all their lives. I don't know if you've seen NFL linebackers, their necks and their heads are the same length. Muscle on top of muscle on top of muscle. Big legs, just no stomach, just human beings shouldn't be this big. Anyway, very nice man. 3 children. Man, I don't want to tell y'all too much. His wife is, you know what I'm saying, an important person. She has an important position in the medical field, right? So he doesn't work anymore. Very nice home. I've been dealing with them for 15. Well, my business has been running, my personal business has been running for 15 years. As of 4 years ago, I stopped doing tank. Now, this guy is a cool dude. Wife, cool. Beautiful people. He don't work no more because, he's not in the NFL no more. His wife work, he'd be chilling mainly at the house or whatever. I would go do the tank, he would be there. Everything was okay until the last year I was there, where he would start repeating himself. And he would just do crazy things. Like one time I saw him do this. I seen him looking at the TV and his face is like this. Now, when I'm doing the aquariums, I can see reflections, in the glass when the water's not in there. So, the hardest part about doing an aquarium is watching it fill up. So I'll just be sitting there, on my ladder, on my phone, while the tank is filling up, because these are big fish tanks I do. So it might take 40 minutes to fill a tank. He got a huge tank. And I'm filling the fish tank up. And I saw him one time, doing like this, and I look and I'm like, I don't want to look behind me, and make it out. I'm like, what the fuck? So I lean and I hear him, he like, and he's doing that. Do you know, guys, I leaned back and then I looked up at the TV that was right next to the big screen. It wasn't even on. It wasn't even on. He was watching TV and it was off. That's when, because I would get in contact with his wife and she would, she would always ask me, hey, if he ever does anything weird, you call me. Because he didn't like to take medication. First they thought it was a mental condition, so they would give him medication, and he didn't want to take medication because he thought it made him weak. And what made me start being like, hey, I got to get out of this position is because you could tell when he took his medication. You come over there, he'd be like, hey, brother, what's going on? He'd shake your hand, hug you, and all this other stuff. Fish tank right there, do what you're doing. He'd just go in the room. Other times when he didn't take his medication, he would come to the door and he would open the door. And sometimes he would just open the door and you'd be like, what's going on? And he would look past you like he's looking at something across the street, but he wouldn't move out the way of the door. He'd be like, what's up? And he won't move. I'm like, yo, you a big dude. I'm like, I got this scoop. Can I come in? It was weird. Other times he would just open the door and just walk away. And you would be like, hey, what's going on? And he wouldn't say nothing. This dude big. I'm like, yo, I got to stop coming over here. So I'm doing this tank for a long time and he's getting progressively worse, right? To where me and him would be talking. Because I tried to, I got to the point where now, not now, but when I was there, I would try to get the tank done, clean the plants, drain the water down. As soon as the water's coming down, I turn the water back and, make it go down and up, in and out real quick, in and out, 30, 45 minutes. So I get to the point where I'm like, I ain't taking the water all the way down because I do the tank all the time. So the water chemistry, right? I just take a little bit of water, get in and get out. And then I would break out in hives yo, this dude is big. And I'll be like, yo, this guy, if it jumped on me, I wouldn't be able to defend myself. He's too big. Listen, I had foot surgery. I had bone spurs in my foot. I had foot surgery. I had a walking boot on. I was still working. I could have took off, but the money was too good. I'm going to work. My foot don't hurt. I got this boot on. I'm going to hobble and do what I got to do. I goes up in the crib with him. Guys, I'll never forget this. I felt so bad, but I had no choice. Go up in there. Everything good. Working, everything. I come to the door. The past few times I came, he even took his medication. He asked me to do something for him the last time. I come up happy as hell. I got something that he want. Open the door. I continue the conversation. The last time I seen him, hey, Mr. Such and Such, I got you. And I seen him. He was like, he looking at me like he don't know me. I'm like, so I looked at my shirt. I got my emblem. I'm looking at my shirt like, what the hell? He walks into place. I walk in there. I start working. I get to the point where I'm like, okay, I got to hurry up. I got to hurry up. I got to hurry up. Right? Of course, this is what he's doing. The tank is here. Dining room is here. Kitchen's behind me. The little library room is here. It's like hallways. He's pacing back and forth. back and forth, just pacing. He moving stuff. I'm like, oh my God, hurry the hell up. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never been violent or nothing like that. Now I'm up on the ladder and I'm trying to adjust the air hose and put the lid on so I can just take the thing and get off. It's filling up. It gets about this much, like from the top, but his water pressure's low. So I got to keep going outside, make sure the hose don't. It was a mess. I'm trying to move as little as possible. And he's like, and he keeps doing this like he got something on his mind. And I'm like, oh my God. Like the madder he get, the bigger he get. He's hulking. I'm like, you know, I don't want to stare at him. So I'm like, okay. And I keep positioning myself, the door right there. I'm like, I know he can't catch me. I'm going to hit that door and be out. You know what I'm saying? This is all you heard. I went outside that last time. I came back and I said, oh my God. I looked at my watch. I said, I got about 10 minutes left. Oh my God. I'm on the ladder. I'm sitting there on the side of the tank up off the ground. I'm on the ladder. I'm sitting on the ladder, but like, you know, my arm is on the tank. I don't want to look at him. I mean, he's getting more and more mad. And I'm like, this dude is about to, bro, I don't like, what the hell is going on? Now, I can't call his wife at the time, right? She was out of state. This is all you heard, guys. I was trying to get the air stone and stuff fixed. This dude did just like this. I'm gonna show you. Give me a second. He had a dish rag. He was doing like this. He was like, you think you slick, don't you? Call me the N-word. He was like, you coming over here when I'm asleep? You effing my wife? I thought he was on the phone. I looked like, what the fuck? Because I knew he had a problem. I'm like, yo, he caught his wife cheating, but she don't seem like that type of person. He said, you effing my wife? I looked. He was like this. He was looking at me. Effing my wife, huh? Yeah, you. No. I saw. I'm like, Mr. Such. Shut. He was like, shut the fuck up. I mean, he barking. What the fuck? I said, he said, you know what? It ends the day. And he looked like he was about to cry. He like this. He's like, it ends the day. He grabbed a knife. He came. I hit that motherfucking door. I left the ladder, everything, water running. I run to the car. He runs halfway down the long driveway. I'm like, yo, chill. I got my phone in my hand. I get to the car. He gets halfway down the thing, and he's standing there. I immediately call the police. I said, yo, one of my clients over here, I think he has a mental condition. I said, I need you to send some units here. I said, send an ambulance. I said, I think he's having a psychotic episode. I said, he chased me out the house. I didn't tell him he had a knife. I said, he chased me out the house, and he's very irate. I said, this dude is a big dude. I didn't say he was a football player because, you know, I don't want the media and stuff. I just want him to stop. Now I'm sitting there. He's outside, and he's just stuck. And when I say stuck, he's just stuck like this. But he's breathing like, you know, but he's just stuck. And it looked like somebody put pause. And he was just standing there with a knife in his hand. I'm terrified. It's the summer, ain't no shade, I'm hot. I don't want to get in the car because if you run up in the car, I just realized the water's running in the house. If it overflows, he won't let me in the house because he's trying to kill me, but the water's almost near the top. As I'm sitting there, I know 25 minutes passed. I know the house flooding. Man, water started coming out the front door. The whole 25 minutes, guys, he never said a word. He just had his gaze fixed on me. He was just standing there like this. He never moved for 25 minutes. I think he was dead. I've never seen anything like that. I'm trying to call his wife. I'm waiting for the police to come. I'm trying to 25 minutes, like where the cops at, you know what I'm saying? I happened to look up, the cop was coming around the side of the house. The other cop drove by and looked, I guess he was like, hey, that's him. They knew the address. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Jeff. They knew the address. So all of a sudden, the cop comes around the corner. He calls him by his name. They know him because they know that address. Hey, Mr. Such and Such, I'm a big fan. You do me a favor and but he got his hand out like on his taser. Put the gun down. Put the gun down. Put the knife down. Can you do that for me? He's not looking at the cop. He's stuck. He's just standing there looking at him. Every time I move, his eyes are moving with me. So I'm like, okay. So here come the other car, come back around, went to the other place, come back around, dropped him off, and cop come up. Here come another SUV. 2 cops come out. Now it's 4 cops out there. The other cops don't know him. They screaming, put the knife down. Ah! Now neighbors is coming outside. I'm standing there looking stupid as hell. I done called the cops. I'm like, oh my God, they gonna kill this man. And all the cops were small or fat and out of shape. I'm like, they gonna kill this dude. I'm like, I done called the cops. They gonna kill this man. So I'm like, listen. So I'm like, yo, just listen to me. I said, he's having a psychotic episode. I said, I know his wife. She's out of the state right now. These are good people. I said, you just got to get the knife out. While they was talking, right? He put the knife down on the ground. They shot him with a beanbag. The beanbag thing from, it's like a gun and it shoot beanbag. They shot him with the beanbag thing. Water just rushing out the house. I'm like, yo, I'm going to get sued. They shot him with a beanbag gun. When they shot him with that beanbag gun and they hit him, it hit him. And he was like, and he looked. And it's like he came back to normal. He was like, oh. Like they ran up on him, like, get on the ground. He's like, and he was big. So like when he got on his knees in the grass, they just put the cuffs on him. And I think they handled it because like they knew who he was, a football player. And they set him up on the thing. And the ambulance came. They was like, yo, they was giving him water. And he said he was sorry and stuff. The water was coming out of the house. I never went back over there. $400 a month account. I never went back over there. You can keep that money. Yo, the way he ran up on me, if I had not made it out of that door, without a doubt, I know he would have killed me. Because he was turned up. You effing my wife? Like, oh my God. It was the craziest thing. But that's that story. And I don't know. I ain't went around that area. I don't know what happened to him. And I don't hold no grudge to him. He can't help his condition, but that was scary. And I hope he is getting treatment and it made him take his medication. But yeah, man. All right, that's it. You want me to stay on here for about 15 minutes with y'all? We laugh and joke for a little bit. Y'all want that or y'all want me to leave? Yeah, I was lucky. And I was scared. I was scared to death. I was scared to death. Ain't nothing wrong with being scared, man. It's a normal human thing. People ain't scared of nothing. You're an idiot. You sound stupid. Everybody's scared of something. What y'all want to talk about? Pretty face Nikki say, where to do? The dude right here. Man, my allergies was acting up. Last week? And I think it was a cold. Man, I still got that cough. I hate that shit. I gotta get too excited. I had to cough. Where we at? Melinda said it was fire tonight. What was your favorite story? Should talk about the crazy dates. Not all my dates was crazy. I met some nice girls, man. I just, through time and space, it don't work out. I just, I have to go back and just talk about the funny dates. Some of the dates is just, Where do I live? I live in Houston, Texas. Miss Moretta, his wife apologized to me and she begged me to come back, promising that he would take his medication. But that was too extreme for me. I mean, the house got wet up. She said because she said one time to me, "Oh, he's taking his medication." It's no damn way, because he was a different person. What'd you say, Belinda? You like the prison chicken wing story? I didn't. I didn't like that type of deal. I don't like people that terrorize people. I'm like, yo, what are you scared of him for? And I seen him do that thing. And I seen him do that. I was like, oh my God, this guy's a professional. Like him, you could not put him. You know, they have wings for people that are handicapped in jail. You could not put him on that thing because he didn't learn how to adapt and adjust with the real world. Ain't no way. Steve, you taking him to Cheesecake Factory? I would take him to cheese. I mean, I don't have a set place I take people. I ask somebody what kind of food they like, and then like, you know, what type of food they like, and depending on, you know, where I'm at, what it is, and we'll go somewhere. I only went to like 3 dates to Cheesecake Factory because that's where like people said they like going to eat. A lot of times I ask somebody, hey, where you want to eat? Because I mean, the first date, you ain't trying to break the bank on that. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Jeff. You ain't trying to break the bank. So, I mean, anybody, when you do a first date, you shouldn't break the bank. You shouldn't expect anything neither. I mean, it's just an investment. You're spending something to get an investment out of it. Like a lady. If a lady wants to ask a man out, she should pay for the date. That's what I feel. You know what I mean? I mean, a lot of people don't think like that, but it's true. You ask this man, hey, I'm going to take you out. Okay, if you're taking me out, that means you pay for it. I didn't had a date one time with a girl, but like, I'm going to take you out. I'm like, okay, cool. Lucky I brought my wallet. She ain't had no money. Oh, I was hot. I'll tell y'all about that one day. I was furious. That was the okie doke for real. She got me. You know what I'm saying? He said 18-year-old driving without a Texas driver license with speed. Katy, Texas girl, what's up? Thank you, King. I appreciate it. You want to talk about the Memphis 5? What about them? Ain't no news going to pop off till next month. I think on the 5th or the 6th, where they say the trial date. What you say, Katy, Texas girl? You just got here because you witnessed a car accident. Was you the cause of it? Classy. What am I scared of? What are my fears? Y'all really want to know my fears? For real? I'll tell you my fears. My fears are being broke. And I'm not saying I want to be rich, but my fears, this is my number one fear. And this is real. No joke. I mentioned this before in a live, before these lives got popular, so some of y'all might not have heard this. My fear is being old to where I can't hardly walk and being forced to have to work a job because I can't pay my bills. That is a scary reality that a lot of us are heading towards. I do not want to be in a position where when I'm old, I have to work and I can hardly, I'm just living for $1. I don't want to go through that. That's why I talk about stock market investing to some people. And I had these little powwows on my phone with certain individuals that want to invest a large sum of money, because I'm telling you, that is a reality a lot of us are going to face. I am fearful of that, and I've set myself up to where I don't have to worry about that. But man, it's a lot of people out here that still think they're young in their 40s and 50s, and they need to be serious, because I'm telling you, just a car accident, like Katy, Texas girl just said, can change your life. You know? So tell John Wash, listen, his name is Wash, not Wash. Everybody say Wash. I think it's my accent. It's Washington, but it's Wash for short. So it's not Walsh, it's Washington. But I don't say Washington, I just say, so it's just a correction. Yeah, but that's my thing. My fear is just having to work. And like I seen a guy at just at a movie theater, and he was tearing tickets, man. He was so old, he was shaking, and he was like trying to focus just on man. Oh my God. And he was standing up there like no seat. He could hardly stand. Oh man, man, it's a lot of stuff people don't worry about when they're young, and I don't want, man, look. Baby girl, what up? You in here late? You heard me? Let me find out. Smart Blood 71, I appreciate it. Kelly C, what's happening, Kelly C? I saw your story. I'm gonna do that story, Kelly C. I ain't forget about you. What you say? You have to make money. You have to have money to make money. Yeah, but the amount of money that you think you need to have to make money is not what you think. You can make money with $30. You can make money with $30. Listen, if you take, man, it's so much that stuff that's like over our heads where we conditioned, where our mindset is not, we are all programmed, whether you realize it or not. Man, I would have to just do a live on that. I would tell y'all stuff that I found out, and I know for a fact from seeing it that it would change your whole perspective on life, about spending, money, all kind of stuff. And y'all will be pissed, like, damn, I'm stupid. I can't believe I fell for it. But we're just conditioned. And it's something parents teach their kids, going up and down the genealogic line. Why you think that book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, was a popular book? It just spoke common sense from somebody that knew, that taught somebody that didn't. I'm telling you, it's something out here, and it goes right over people's head. A lot of us are broke or were broke because we was conditioned. We are conditioned. If you think life, all life is growing up, getting a job, working that job long enough the way you don't have to do anything no more, and you don't have to worry about nothing. Think about it. Look at your life. We're taught when we're young, go to school to what? Get a job. Go to college to what? Get a better job. So we're born to just work, and then work long enough and work hard enough to have everything you want, to where you don't have to worry about anything else that don't make sense. Do it. You see the game? Instead of working smart enough to where you take your money at a younger age and you put it a certain place where the money make money for you, and they get to the point where it makes so much money that you don't have to touch it ever again, and it'll just be an unstoppable force, and it's a money printing machine. You ever sit around here like somebody spent $300,000 on a car, and you're like, wait a minute, how do you do that? And then the next month or the next 6 months, they'll get that money back because they invested the right way, and it's a snowball effect in their investments that give them that money right back. There's a lot of stuff out here that people don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff out here. It's like standing next to a candle and you can't feel the heat. You can see the light, but you can't feel the heat. And it's an illusion. She said, Steve's money investment 101. You have a 22-year-old Marine, he still buys video games. He needs to say, well, see, that's the thing. 22 years old, if it ain't in him, it's hard to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to do that. It's like, how can I say it? Until you get in your 30s, that's when it really matters. Your 20s, you can play around with and make mistakes with money. But if you're learning the value of something, I mean, he's going to have to go through it. I mean, he's in the military. He'll figure it out. Steve, you have kids. Steve, you have kids that will always take care of you. I won't let my children take care of me. I already told them that. If I have something where my mind starts to go, put me in a home or something. I mean, I don't want to do that, but I just, I'm not going to let my kids, I mean, it depends. I mean, if I'm out of my mind, they're going to do what they want to do anyway. But I just don't want to be a burden to nobody. And my happiness is knowing that they're doing all right in life and they got something from me. You see what I'm saying? The greatest thing is when you see yourself and your children, a good part of you. Learn to trade, you can open a brokerage account with, shit, you can open a brokerage account with no money now. You know that? Cash advice, that's true. You can open a money, listen, when I started investing, I had $30. No, $60. I just put it in a thing and see what happened. Then I started just understanding it. And I said, oh, it become addictive. It become addictive. Like you start saying, okay, if I put this much money in there, okay, if I get to this many shares, if I get to this much annually, I'll make it, man, you'll see it start taking off. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Sarah, replay queen. She say these people are only about looking good, materialistic things, but can't pay bills or has an expensive vehicle, but no home. Yeah, just backwards. That's true. That's true. We're pulled in all different type of directions. You got to remember, as soon as you get paid, you're under attack. What do you think a commercial is? Name a commercial that you've seen that is not promoting something that wants some form of fashion of some type of currency from you at any given time. Unless it's an infomercial saying don't smoke or something like that, which they don't do no more. But think about that. When you get off of here, go look at TV, go look at the YouTube channel. Look at everything that's coming up. It's telling you to give them your money. You know what I'm saying? Shannon G says she don't watch commercials. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it. How do you get started? What, investing? You have to open an investment account, like something like Charles Schwab, TD Ameritrade. It's just like doing a like setting up like a social, and that's the thing, it's like setting up a social media thing. You get your email, all stuff, but you just have to have a bank account and stuff, and it's secure. So it's basically like opening a bank account online. If you do a bank account online, it's the same damn thing, and it's quick. It takes like what, 10 minutes? And they just verify that it's you, and then you can start putting money from your account into that account. And it's nothing like, it's not nothing, it's basically like a bank account. You can put your money into the account, and then when you feel like trading, you just pull the money out the account and go back and forth. And then if you want to, stocks you buy and sell, if you want to trade them, I mean, you want to get the money from them, you just transfer it back to your thing, and it comes back in a day once it's verified. Easy. It's easy. A lot of people talking about, oh, I can make you rich. I can do this overnight, all of this other stuff. There's no, people say, oh, you can get rich in real estate. Do you know how many loans you would have to take out? And then, all this other stuff. Like if it don't go right, if the tenants don't pay you, you're in debt. You invest in the stock market and you invest in the right companies that a lot of people don't speak about and the right sectors, and you have a strategic plan. You don't have to worry about if the market go up or down or not. You make money regardless. That's the trick. But the hardest part is it takes patience, perseverance, and just a little bit of study. That's the hardest part, just sitting there watching. And being like, oh man, I had turned $1,000 into $6,000. And it took you like 3 years to do that. And you didn't touch the money and it just blew up like that. You start saying, oh, well, I can take a little bit off because it grew up fast. It won't always be like that. You know, so never take advantage. Do I have videos on stock market? Yeah, but they are like way, way, way back. Way back. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Zakia? Zakia in the house? What you say? Hello, what do you think about buying stock through the Cash App? Let me explain something to you. I would always go through an accredited investment site, investment app, because it's just more secure to me. As of late, when Robinhood came out and Cash App, like they doing all these, they trying to get on late. These are established businesses that have been doing this. Charles Schwab, TD Ameritrade, you know, all those other type of places like that. They've been doing this forever. They got securities. I trust that. It don't take, I mean, if you was going to do it through Cash App, the same application you fill out would be the same application you would do online or on your phone. Just download the app. Well, it's better to get on a desktop. Just get on a desktop and just look it up and say set up an account. It's free. Just set it up. Always go with something that is secure where you can call somebody and they'll pick the phone up 24 hours a day. Robinhood and stuff ain't like that. And you seen what happened with a couple of years ago, man. They got smoked, scammed for like millions of dollars and people lost money. Couldn't even call nobody. Just, oh, what the hell happened? What is the one piece of advice you would give to everyone in this chat? Be yourself. Seriously, be yourself. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. All of y'all are in here. Well, most of y'all are in here for a reason. Do you know why that reason is? Your attraction to me, whether you're a man or woman, I'm not saying sexual attraction. It's a part of me that connects with you. That's why you'll have friends. You'll meet friends and you'll go places and you'll meet friends. Like when you were in school, it's something with their energy that you see yourself in them, and that's why you hang together. That's the only reason why y'all are here. Yeah, the jokes are funny and stuff, but my loyal listeners, the ones that come back every week, part of me is them. It's the connection. You know, I ain't all into that energy and stuff, but I mean, that's what it is. Be yourself, man. If you be yourself and you know right from wrong and you try your best to just focus on doing what's right even when people ain't looking, the energy you give off will attract positive stuff. You know what I'm saying? And just avoid people that's just negative. Yeah, like I was talking to King Delight, right? King Delight was talking about on his page, he didn't understand, like scammers will come onto his page and act like they'll take his face and everything and they'll go in the comment section and they'll say crazy stuff. When you're a YouTuber and you start getting a certain amount of views and stuff, you'll start to see in the comments of your channel, somebody will have your face, your name, but they'll change the name a little bit because they can't exactly copy your URL. And they'll talk like they're you and tell people to hit my Cash App, hit my, what the hell is that other thing they used to say? I can't remember what it was, but like they'll send a comment to you with my face and like try to get your information. Especially when I was doing my stock market videos a long time ago, every day somebody from another country would try to get people to, you know, send them information. I had to keep making videos like, hey guys, listen, in the description box, in the comments, that is not me, that's such a, and they'll do that stuff. If your channel get big enough, they start doing that. Yeah, King like say is like we actually a brotherhood. Yeah. I talk to some of y'all. You know what I mean? And the way I am here is how I am in real life. I take pride in myself. I've never had a problem meeting people. I've never had a problem going in front of complete strangers and blending in, no matter what the atmosphere is. I've never had a problem. I've never had a problem getting along with all types of people. Breathing Stuff said I'm authentic. You said that's rare today. You know what? I don't think it's rare today. I think it's fearful. People don't want people to see who they really are. Everybody want to be somebody that they're not. When you look in the mirror every time you are home, the true reality is yourself. And it's messed up that a lot of us came in the world as beautiful people, but we change the outside to fit somebody else's narrative to be accepted. Be yourself. Explore, go out and meet people. You'll meet people that align with you. You know, it hurt my heart when you see young kids just sitting in the house, playing video games all day. Don't want to go outside. You know how much experience and stuff you lose when you don't do that? You know how it affects you socially when you get older? And how it cripples you, especially as a boy. You see, these kids nowadays got a quitter's mentality. Why do you think people running around stealing stuff all the time? Oh, I'll take it instead of work for it. Quitter's mentality. You cannot win anything if you don't try. How can we move forward just as people, period, if you don't even try to do something? So you can look bad and be embarrassed trying something, but really, if you tried, it's not an embarrassment. That's just internal. Laugh at yourself. Get up, dust off, and keep moving. Because you keep falling enough, people are going to respect you and say, okay, well, I'm going to make it to where you don't fall no more. Instead of doing that, do this. But we don't get to that point. We don't get to that point. Like I said in one of my videos, when you're dealing with relationships, same thing. People quit. As soon as they quit. Love for somebody is not the good. It's how you handle the bad and how you move on. You see what I'm saying? That's the love. When somebody say, I love you, that means nothing until we see who's who when the house on fire. You know what I'm saying? We see who's who when this house get to burning. You know, it's a cliche. Meaning when the tough times come, when the house get on fire, we'll see who's who. See if you save me or if you run away. And you know what I'm saying? I think a lot of parents nowadays don't know how to parent. And I think really the reason why they don't know how to parent is because the generation that we are, us in our 40s and 50s, and these younger kids, we went at the party and all this other stuff. And we let grandma watch the kids and we didn't interact enough with our kids to where, like my mom is my sister, not because she partied or nothing. It's just that, you know, I was raised in the house with my grandfather. When she got married, I decided to stay because I was old enough, 5 years old. That was my home. She didn't want to disrupt it. My relationship with her is different than my relationship with Bunny. You get what I'm saying? It's the relationship of the parent and the child nowadays because of the lack of interaction. And if they do interact, plus another thing is this, kids grow up and see women that still want to use their lives, you know, or men, they have all these different people around. And it's a constant cycle of people coming in and out of life. They grow detached from people. And that's why a lot of the young girls have hard times dealing with just one man. And you start to see cheating more and more gradual because it's no type of attachment to people. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, people don't stick together no more. They quit and they move on. Nobody wants to fight no more for nothing. Hey, but listen, guys, I got to go eat. It's 2 hours and 44 minutes, man. These lives be taking off. I appreciate all the donations. I appreciate you guys. You know that. I hope you got something useful out of this besides jokes. You know, laughing and joking is funny, but as long as you learn something with it and it give you something to think about, I'm all for doing these lives. But I will see you tomorrow. I get to jumping on these videos. I love you guys. You know, we're a family, same cast of characters. I'll see you next week, and I'll see you in the comment section. You guys be good. I love you, and stay out of trouble. And stop quitting.